Live on a Wednesday night, it's Utah Grizzlies hockey, as it's the first of a two-game series and the first of four straight on the road as the Grizzlies take on the Kansas City Mavericks. Hi, everybody. I'm Tyson Whiting. There are 20 games left in the regular season for the Utah Grizzlies, and they're looking for their third victory against the defending Western Conference champion Kansas City Mavericks this season. Utah is 2-3 against the Mavericks this year. The Grizz have been a 500 team over the last 28 games, or they're 12-12, 2-2 over their last 28 contests. Well, for the Grizzlies, they're looking to end a four-game losing streak as they got swept in a three-game set against the Rapid City Rush at Mavericks Center. Grizzlies on Sunday afternoon were tied at 2 after two periods as Briley Wood and Reed Lepser each had second period goals for Utah. But the Rush scored three unanswered third period goals, including two goals from Blake Bennett, who won the league's Player of the Week award. Bennett had three goals to lead the Rush to a 5-2 victory over the Grizzlies. But despite the loss, Reed Lepser did pick up another goal, and he's been outstanding for the Grizzlies. He leads Utah with 13 points in 12 games in the month of February. Lepser has 6 goals and 7 assists and a +4 rating in the month. He has a point in 9 of his last 10 games. Well, I mentioned it's the start of a long road trip for the Grizzlies. They will be on the road for 4 straight games, and unfortunately, they're going to be on the road for 10 of their next 12 games. It'll be tonight over at Cable Dahmer Arena. Both teams will be off tomorrow, and then the series will conclude on Friday night over in Kansas City. And then the Grizzlies head to Tulsa for 2 games. Saturday night's going to be a 6 o'clock start, and Sunday afternoon will be at 2:10. Grizzlies have 7 home games remaining in the regular season, 2 against Tulsa, 3 against Allen, and 2 against the Tahoe Night Monsters. We'll talk about the remaining home games for the Grizzlies throughout the road trip, and we're certainly excited about that. Grizzlies are facing a red-hot Kansas City club who have won 10 straight home games, and the Mavericks have really dominated the shot count in games. They're second in the league in shots per game at 34.10, and they're also fourth in shots allowed per game at 26.31. And those averages kind of play out in the previous 5 season meetings between the Grizzlies and Mavericks, as Kansas City is averaging 33.4 shots per game against Utah this year, while they are allowing 26.4. Kansas City swept Utah in a 3-game series in early December. Grizzlies got the better of the Kansas City Mavericks in a 2-game set in early January at Mavericks Center, and that was certainly a big point for the Grizzlies in climbing back into the playoff race. Grizzlies in January in the 2-game sweep got a 5-2 victory on January 2nd and on January 10th, and then the following night the Grizzlies got a 5-4 regulation victory. Both those games, Jake Barczewski was outstanding in. In fact, he had a few highlight saves against the Mavericks that weekend, and Jake Barczewski will be in net for the Utah Grizzlies. Kansas City didn't have the common decency to send me their lineup, so we're not sure yet who's in net, whether it's Jack LaFontaine or Victor Osman. When we come back, we will talk about some of the standout performers for the Grizzlies as of late. We are in business on a Wednesday night, and you're listening to the Utah Grizzlies Hockey Network.
When you pay with the Nitro card at Maverick, you always save 10 cents or more on fuel every gallon, every day. And you could save a whole lot more thanks to Nitro Best Price. Pick up a Nitro card and upgrade your Adventure Club account today.
Thanks to Les Schwab Tires, I'm a confident backseat driver, but Mom's a little stressed about spending. Remember, breathe in. Now watch your speed and breathe out. Good. Even though we're watching our wallets, Les Schwab is still watching out for our safety. So turn here.
Help keep drivers and backseat drivers safe with Les Schwab Tires.
Welcome back to the Grizzlies Hockey Network. I'm Tyson Whiting. Face-off will be in about 10 minutes from now over at Cable Dahmer Arena. I'm hanging out at the Grizz Cave just outside the Grizzlies team store. The Salt Lake City Stars have a G League basketball game tonight. I wish I was at Cable Dahmer Arena. We're going to be at the mercy of the camera operators and the Flow Sports feed That's going to be over at Independence, Missouri. Well, we had mentioned Reed Lebster and how outstanding he's been in the month of February. He's got a point in 9 of his last 10 games, and he has a point in 13 of his last 17 contests. Lebster and Briley Wood each had second-period goals for the Grizzlies, and their 5-2 loss this past Sunday against the Rapid City Rush. Cole Gallant's also been outstanding in the month of February. In his last 10 games, he has 2 goals and 3 assists and a +7 rating. Adam Berg is a +3 in his last 4 games. And how about Luke Manning? He is a +10 in his last 12 games. Luke Manning has really picked it up for the Grizzlies as of late, and obviously the 3 constants all season have been Neil Shea, Keaton Mastrodonato, and Derek Dashke. Shea's got a point in 6 of his last 9 games. He leads Utah with 19 goals this season. Keaton Mastrodonato in his last 16 games has 4 goals and 14 assists. And Derek Dashke leads the Grizzlies with 32 assists this season. He also leads the club with 43 points, and he leads the team in plus-minus with a +7 rating. Dashke also leads Utah with 18 power play points this season, 7 goals and 11 assists. So we'll see what Derek Dashke's got in store for the Grizzlies here tonight. There have been a couple changes to the Grizzlies roster. Connor Sankin had to go back to York University, and so he was released earlier this week. And the Grizzlies picked up a defenseman from the Colorado Eagles as Garrett Pike was reassigned to the club just yesterday. Pike is in his first season as a pro. Last year, he played at the University of North Dakota, where in 39 games, he had 3 goals and 22 assists. Before that, he spent 3 seasons at the University of Alaska Fairbanks, where he was a college teammate for 2 seasons with Grizzly forward Braden Nicoletts. Garrett Pike was also in the OJHL and won a championship with the Oakville Blades. Pike in 29 games with the Colorado Eagles this season had 2 assists, 2 penalty minutes, and a -2 rating. Pike is 6'1" and 190 pounds. He's from Toronto, Ontario, and he will be paired up with Lincoln Earn tonight. So Pike will make his Grizzlies debut. He'll wear number 12. He'll be paired up with Lincoln Earn. We'll go over the rest of the Grizzlies lineup on the other side. It's the Grizzlies and the Kansas City Mavericks face-offs in a few minutes from now. You're tuned in to the Utah Grizzlies Hockey Network.
From commercial to recreational truck accessories, Mountain Land Truck Outfitters has got what you need. Flatbeds, spray and bed liners, lifts and leveling kits, wheels and tires. Mountain Land Truck Outfitters proudly uses a brand you know and trust. And with our experienced, knowledgeable, and friendly staff, your visit here will be informative and enjoyable. Stop into our convenient location in Provo at 265 South 100 West or call 801-225-4637 to get a quote for your fleet or individual truck. Mountain
Every new day is a chance to be kinder to your body and your mind. U of U Health is here to help you build strength and confidence every day. Let us help you be a better you. U of U Health, official health partner for the Utah Jazz, Utah Hockey Club, Utes Athletics, and the Utah Grizzlies. Take the first step today at uofuhealth.org.
Welcome back to the Utah Grizzlies Hockey Network. I'm Tyson Whiting. Let's go over the lineups for both teams. First, for the visiting Utah Grizzlies, who are led by 4th-year head coach Ryan Kanasowicz. The assistant coach is Christian Horn. The equipment manager is Jackson Hibbard. The assistant equipment manager is DJ McFarland. And the athletic trainer is Colin Lee. Grizzlies have lost 4 in a row. They've got a record of 17, 28, 5-2 this season. Grizzlies on the road are 7-14, 1-1, and they are 3-5-1-1 over their last 10 games. Getting the start in net will be Jake Barczewski. He picked up 2 victories against the Kansas City Mavericks in early January. He also had the league's goal of the week, which really could be a top candidate for the league's save of the year, as Barczewski denied Kansas City in the second period on January 2nd in a highlight save. Barzo's got a record of 9-8-1-1 this season. He has an .897 save percentage and 3.64 goals against average. Vinny Duplessis is the backup. But we don't know the starters yet for either side. We do know that the Grizzlies will have 12 forwards and 6 defensemen. Dylan Fitz for the second straight game is listed as a D-man. It looks like we just got the starters for both teams. Getting the start defensively for Utah is going to be Derek Dashke and Cooper Jones. We had mentioned Dashke before. He leads Utah with 32 assists this season. He also leads the club with 43 points. Cooper Jones, in 37 games overall this season, has 4 goals and 3 assists. He has 3 goals and 3 assists in his time with the Grizzlies, and that is 19 games. With Utah, he's a -2 and has 13 penalty minutes. He's taken 21 shots for Utah. Jones and Dashke will be the starting defensive pairing. Garrett Pike makes his Grizzlies debut. He will wear number 12. He played in 29 games earlier this season with the AHL's Colorado Eagles. He's paired up with Lincoln Earn. And the third defensive pairing is Dylan Fitz and Dylan Savankov. They are spelled differently. Fitz is spelled D-Y-L-A-N, and Dylan Savankov is D-I-L-A-N. Savankov's out of Estonia, and Dylan Fitz is from the Toronto area. So that's the 6th defenseman on Ryan Kanaswich's lineup sheet. 12 forwards for the Grizzlies. Looks like the starters will be the top forward line of Adam Berg, Reed Lebster, and Cole Gallant. All 3 of those guys have been outstanding in the plus-minus category in the month of February. Second forward line from left to right is Neil Shea, Mick Messner, and Keaton Mastrodonato. Third forward line from left to right is Craig Armstrong, Luke Manning, and Briley Wood. Wood scored a goal on Sunday in the second period. He is one of the best rookie scorers in the league. He has 15 goals and 21 assists this season. Wood, among league rookies, is tied for 7th with 36 points. Watch out for him on the power play. He's got 4 power play goals and 3 power play assists. The fourth forward line from left to right is Braden Nicoletts, who scored his first pro goal this past Saturday against Rapid City. Tyson Epper will be the fourth line center, and we will also see Aaron Aragon on that fourth line. The one forward scratch is Blake Wells. The defensive scratches are Cade Jensen, Cody Corbett, and Christian Hausinger, who was just added to the roster yesterday. Hausinger might later on join the team, maybe after the road trip when the Grizzlies come back for their 2-game set against the Tulsa Oilers. Getting the start in net for the Kansas City Mavericks, who are 8-1-1 over their last 10 games. They have won 3 in a row overall, and they have a 10-game home winning streak. Kansas City's got a record of 34, 12, 4, and 1 this season. They are 15, 5, and 1 at home at Cable Dahmer Arena. Let's see if we can get the lineup for Kansas City. I got to take a screenshot on Flow Sports as usually you get the lineup from the visiting broadcaster, but they didn't have the common decency to send me one before tonight's game. So the starters for the Kansas City Mavericks, starting defensive pairing is going to be Charlie Wright. He wears number 3. Wright has a plus 18 in 29 games this season. He has 4 goals and 11 assists. Wright will be paired up with Jake McLaughlin, the longtime Maverick, who was 6'2" and 190 pounds. McLaughlin has no goals this season, 12 assists, and he leads all league defensemen with a plus 31 rating. So the starting defensive pairing is going to be Charlie Wright and Jake McLaughlin. Starting forwards for Kansas City includes Casey Carew, who has 1 goal and 9 assists against the Grizzlies this season. Cade Borchard leads the league with 31 goals this year. He's also 9th in points with 54. Borchard is 5th in shots on goal with 178. And Max Andreev will also get the start. He has 13 goals and 30 assists in 44 games. Kansas City has the top 3 plus-minus rating players in the league. Borchard leads the league with a plus 40 rating. Max Andreev is 2nd in the league at plus 32. And Jake McLaughlin, we had mentioned before, leads all league defensemen with a plus 31 rating. And he's 3rd overall in the league in plus-minus. When we come back, we'll have the face-off over at Cable Dahmer Arena. You've been tuned in to the Utah Grizzlies Hockey Network.
When you buy tires at Les Schwab, you're getting more than just tires. You're getting America's best tire warranty, 60-day satisfaction guarantee, no hassle road hazard protection, and free maintenance for the life of your tires. So if something happens to your tire on the road, we'll fix it, or we'll replace it, no questions asked. Other places make you pay extra for that kind of protection, but at Les Schwab, it's included with every set of tires, because more warranty means less worry, and nobody stands by their tires like Les Schwab. Get more from
Since 1939, America First has helped people start businesses, buy homes and cars, and achieve their financial goals. Today, our top priority is still the financial success of you and your family, which is why we're giving new members $100 when they sign up for a basic savings and checking account, and another $100 when they upgrade to premium checking and enroll in and use direct deposit. So head to americafirst.com today and join the credit union that always puts its members first.
That's a great day for hockey as two big standings points are on the line. Grizzlies wearing a white jersey with black numbers and professional green trim as Cole Gallant wins the draw against Max Andreoff, and we're underway in the opener of a two-game set. Grizzlies' Adam Berg will, in slow motion, flip the puck deep into the Kansas City zone as the Mavericks chase after it, as my screen is deciding it's going to go in super slow motion here so far this evening as Grizzlies chase after it. Big time collision over in the near corner as Grizzlies fire on to Victor Osman. He makes the save and holds on as we get our first whistle 19 seconds into the game. Grizzlies start out with Adam Berg, Reed Lebster, and Cole Gallant, and the defensive pairing is going to be Derek Dashke and Cooper Jones. As a drop, once again, is won by Kansas City. It's the Mavericks will whip it out to center ice. Now the Mavericks in the offensive zone. Grizzlies carry it back towards center ice. Utah over the offensive line. Reed Lebster left point, throws to the left circle. Gallant tried to feather it across, and it bounced off a Mavericks stick. Kansas City comes back the other way. Cade Borcher, the league's leading goal scorer, drops it for Androv. Right wing lefty shot, saved by Barcheski, and the Grizzlies get the puck. Utah will race out to center ice. Gallant will slide it towards Berg and past him. Taking it is Derek Dashgill, fired off the end boards. 1 minute in. Both teams have one shot. Grizzlies towards a high slide, good towards Garrett Pike in his Grizzlies debut over to the right side. Lefty shot goes wide. Pike tonight is paired up with Lincoln Earn, a Grizzly forward. Took that shot. Puck goes back towards Pike, the University of North Dakota product last season. Before that was Alaska Fairbanks for 3 years. Over to the high slot. Lefty shot saved by Osman. We believe that was taken by Mick Messner. So Utah's up to 2 shots. 18:43 is left in the first. And the draw is going to be in the Kansas City zone. Maestro slid it back towards Messner for Utah's shot. Watch out for the Grizzlies captain. He's my pick to click. He has 13 goals and 18 assists in 52 games. Messner will take the draw against Landon McCallum, who wears number 11. He has 12 goals and 14 assists this year. Off the draw, Masha Donato with a shot, and that's blocked by Damian Giroux, number 18. No relation to Claude Giroux, as the Mavericks race from left to right. They get over to the right wing boards. Mavericks captain David Cotton dumps it in. Grizzlies getting out to center ice. Pass connects. Grizzlies skate towards the right circle. Lefty shot. Saved by Osman as Kansas City will bank it off the far wing wall as Utah skating from right to left in the period. Right wing pass connects to McCallum. He'll skate in. Righty shot. Saved by Barcheski. Grizzlies behind the net will drift towards the left point. It's kept in by Cotton as Garrett Pike wearing number 12. P-Y-K-E his last name. He'll slide it ahead. Grizzlies get to neutral ice, left wing, crossing center ice and dumping it in is Neil Shea. As Osman behind his net, he fought Jake Barcheski in December in the last of a 3-game series at Mavericks Center. As crossing center ice is Luke Lowhite. He one-hands it ahead. Now Lowhite regathers it. He'll throw it back into the Mavericks zone slowly. So we played 2 minutes and 20 seconds. Still no score. Grizzlies have outshot the Mavericks 3-2. As Kansas City trying to get it back towards Lowhite in the second end of a give and go. Grizzlies dump it back into the Mavericks zone, run down by Charlie Wright, who's a plus 18 in 29 games this season. Kansas City gets to the right side as the Mavericks will push it towards their left. Now down the middle of the ice, Mavericks step over the offensive line, skate towards the left side. Righty shot, saved by Barcheski as Fitz collides with the Maverick. For the second straight game, Fitz is acting as a defenseman. Utah will push it to the left wing, crossing center ice over the lines, Armstrong. He'll drop it for Wood. Wood gets spun around. Now the puck goes back towards Wood, backhand shot. Saved by Osman as the Mavericks will get out towards the far side as Kansas City over in the corner throws it from one end to the other as over towards behind Kansas City's nets, Jake McLaughlin as he gets knocked down. Puck slides towards Osman and he will cover up with 16:47 left in the first. So it's a quick start for both teams. Utah has 5 shots. Kansas City has 3. Wood had a good backhand attempt from the left side. It just trickled off of Osman, and puck ended up going wide. Osman, who's got Seattle Kraken Seattle Kraken logo over his right shoulder and Kraken-colored pads and a helmet. As a drop goes towards Kansas City, they'll throw it out to center ice. As we're about 3.5 minutes in, still no score. Utah dumps it in. Aaron Aragon out there with Braden Nicoletts and Tyson Upper. As the Mavericks skating from left to right, will skate across center ice. They'll push it to the left side. Mavericks center it out in front, looking for Jake Thrower. Pass goes off his stick. Kansas City will throw it to the right side. Righty shot is blocked away as Kansas City towards the high slot will tap it off the left corner. Grizzlies skate from right to left here in the period. Stashke tried to get towards Cooper Jones, but the puck went past him. Now out to center ice, Josh Thrower gets challenged by a Grizzly. Utah steps over the offensive line. Aragon drops for Nicoletts. High slot, lefty shot. Ricochets wide off the glass. Trickles back towards Osman. Now Kansas City, rink wide feed connects. They skate towards the left circle. Lefty shot. And that one's brushed away by Barczewski. As we're still scoreless, a little more than 4 minutes in. Grizzlies dump it in. Chasing after it is Reed Lebster as Kansas City will race back to neutralize it, cross center ice. Grizzlies chip it back towards the Mavericks line as Kansas City will whip it out to center ice. Mavericks skate along the offensive line as Borcher will tap it towards Casey Carew. Right side, righty shot. Saved by Barczewski. He holds on with 15:29 left in the first. Carew wearing a college-style helmet. He must have gotten hit in the face with a puck recently. Carew's given the Grizzlies all sorts of damage. He has 1 goal and 9 assists in 5 games against Utah this year. As Carew fired onto Barczewski, who made a glove save about shoulder high. As Carew's out there with Borchert, Max Andreev takes the face-off. Couldn't see the Grizzly that took it. But the draw goes to Utah's Adam Berg. Will race out to neutral ice. He'll dump it in. Kansas City chasing after it, and icing is on Utah with 15:19 left in the first. Both teams have 5 shots. We're still looking for the game's first goal. Utah in their last 10 games is 3-5-1-1. Kansas City's played good hockey as of late. They have won 3 in a row, and they are 8-1-1 in their last 10 games. Max Andreev in his second year with the Mavericks takes a draw against Cole Glut in his second year with the Grizzlies. Off the draw, lefty shot. Kick saved by Barczewski as it bounced off his left pad. The Maverick reams into the Grizzlies on the right side as Berg took a big hit as Grizzlies throw it in front of their net. Turnover. Kansas City slot. Righty shot goes wide. I believe that was taken by Cade Borchert as Grizzlies will race out towards center ice and brush it towards the right side. Grizzlies dump it in from neutral ice. Utah chasing after it. Centering pass out in front's picked off by the Mavericks as Kansas City one-hands it ahead. Mavericks one-on-one over the offensive line. Andreev drops it off. Borcher gets the puck, skates down the middle of the ice over to Andreev. Lefty shot, saved by Barczewski. Grizzlies will tap it off the near wing wall. Keeping it in is Charlie Wright. He tried to brush it towards the corner. Grizzlies clear it out to center, and the puck goes into the Mavericks zone. 5.5 minutes in. Still no score. Mavericks have outshot the Grizzlies 8-5. Kansas City is second in the league in shots per game. Mavericks step over the offensive line. They get back towards the right wing. As Kansas City skates around Barczewski's net, they try to shovel it out in front. Puck goes to the right side. Now lefty shot and a score. And the Mavericks get on the board first as Damian Drew gets his 17th of the year. He points to Landon McCallum and says, "Great pass, my man." As Drew will skate down the celebration aisle first. The Mavericks draw first blood. Good passing by the Mavericks. Drew to the right side. Started out in front looking for Cotton. It went past him. Then McCallum just tucked it behind him for Damian Giroux, and Giroux immediately was thankful for the pass from McCallum as Drew fired it stick side past Barczewski. So the Mavericks get the first goal of the game. 14-11 on a moving clock. The Mavericks stump it back in as Utah gets it towards Mastrodonato. He'll chip it towards his right. Grizzlies in the right wing. Try to advance it. Puck goes to center ice as battle near the Grizzlies bench, which is on the far side, just right of center ice. We see it on Flow Sports. Mavericks skate back in as Kansas City skates around the net. That might be Luke Lowhite. He danced around over in the right wing. Now he skates towards the right point as he'll drop it off. McPherson, right wing. He'll take a lefty shot, and that one goes wide. He fired away from the point with the blue line nearby. Now Kansas City left wing shot is blocked away by Barczewski. As we're 6.5 minutes in, Kansas City leads 1-0 as Damian Drew scored his 17th of the year. Grizzlies will race across center ice left wing As Manning chases after it, Kansas City will brush it back to center ice. Grizzlies push it ahead, a glance off a stick. As the Mavericks skate back into the right side, they look to center it, but overskating it was Thomas Farrell, number 24, has 1 goal and a +7 rating for the Mavericks this season. Manning over the offensive line, gets around a defender, right wing, lefty shot, and that one's blocked away. As Kansas City will move it out to center ice, bouncing puck into the Grizzlies zone. Utah chases after it. Grizzlies out to neutralize, cross the center, stepping over the offensive line is Briley Wood. Wood will feed it across. Dashke gets in the right point. Dashke dances around. He feathers it across. Puck ricochets off the left corner boards. Garrett Pike skates towards the corner. He gets hit by Josh Thrower. Puck goes back to the Mavericks. Kansas City, 7.5 minutes in, lead 1-0. They've outshot the Grizzlies 10-5. As the Mavericks gain center ice and dump it in as they reshuffle the deck and get 5 fresh skaters on the ice. First of a 2-game set. Kansas City won 2-1 last Saturday against Allen. Grizzlies last played on Sunday and lost 5-2 at home. Over in the left point, Grizzlies kept it in. Lincoln Earn throws to the corner for Berg, who got hit. Kansas City will skate towards the left corner, dancing around as the Mavericks spread the ice about 8 minutes in. Over to Borchert, who bounces one across. Kansas City will feed it back towards Borchert. Right side, Borchert centering pass, shot and score. Borchert to Androv to the back of the net. As Kansas City's top forward line and the top 2 plus-minus players in the league combined to give the Kansas City Mavericks a 2-0 lead. Borchard, the league's leading goal scorer, skated along the right side, and he was able to find Androv in front of the net. Cruz going to get the other assists as Borchard found a cutting Max Androv, gets his 14th of the year. Borchard was over in the right circle and he fed the pass out in front. Androv was 2 strides ahead of a Grizzlies defenseman. So it's Kansas City 2, Utah nothing. As we have played 8 minutes and 3 seconds. Back to live action. Mavericks have outshot the Grizzlies 11-5. Utah gets to neutralize. Grizzlies cross center and dump it in. As chasing after it is Neil Shea. Kansas City gets there first. And obviously they had a few steps on Shea back in the Maverick zone. Grizzlies will lunge it back in. Shea chasing after it. Getting the puck is either Drew or Nolan Sullivan. I have to keep the screen pretty short or else it freeze. As over towards the right side, Mavericks enter the zone. McCallum will sling one on towards Barcheski, who makes the save in the butterfly position. He covers up. 11:27 left in the first. It's Kansas City 2, Utah nothing as Damian Giroux and Max Androv have the Mavericks goals. This is the Utah Grizzlies Hockey Network.
From commercial to recreational truck accessories, Mountain Land Truck Outfitters has got what you need. Flatbeds, spray and bed liners, lifts and leveling kits, wheels and tires. Mountain Land Truck Outfitters proudly uses a brand you know and trust. And with our experienced, knowledgeable, and friendly staff, your visit here will be informative and enjoyable. Stop into our convenient location in Provo at 265 South 100 West or call 801-225-4637 to get a quote for your fleet or individual truck. Mountain Land.
Every new day is a chance to be kinder to your body and your mind. U of U Health is here to help you build strength and confidence every day. Let us help you be a better you. U of U Health, official health partner for the Utah Jazz, Utah Hockey Club, Utes Athletics, and the Utah Grizzlies. Take the first step today at uofuhealth.org.
Kansas City leads Utah 2-0. Damian Giroux scored 5:44 in with Landon McCallum and David Cotton getting the assists. 2 minutes and 15 seconds later is Max Androv finding the back of the net with Cade Borchard and Casey Crew getting the assists. So draws going to be in the Grizzlies zone. Kansas City is averaging 3.5 goals per game, and they allow 2.5. For the Grizzlies, they are next to last in the league, allowing 4.1 goals per game. Damian Giroux will take the face-off against Utah's Tyson Upper. Draw goes into the right corner. Action in the Grizzlies zone. Utah skating from right to left as we try to see the game on Flow Sports. Mavericks have the puck in the left point. They fire towards the net. Barcheski makes a kick save with his left pad. Grizzlies will bounce off the near glass as Nicolette's trying to corral the bouncing puck as Kansas City will whip it back in. Barcheski behind the net will let it go towards the far side. Grizzlies will chip it out to the right wing. Utah across the center ice, and they'll bounce one in. Osman behind the net will slide it towards his left as the Mavericks will spread the ice. Kansas City's got good team speed. Left wing pass connects as Kansas City skates slowly towards the corner. Now back up top. Kansas City feeds up top. Charlie Wright, lefty shot goes wide. As the puck ricochets off the glass, stays behind Utah's net. Grizzlies will bounce one out to center. Mavericks chase after it, but the Grizzlies are called for icing as we get a whistle with 10:36 left in the first. Tando Had, the Kansas City head coach, is celebrating a birthday today. He never looks like he's happy, but he's done a great job with his crew. Mavericks went 54-12-6 last season. Last year was so good that Kansas City, with their 12 regulation losses this year, matches what they had in all of last season. Kansas City's in first place in the Mountain Division. They played outstanding hockey since the beginning of last year. Off the draw, left wing righty shot goes wide. Puck slides back to center ice. Mavericks will push it back towards the Utah line. Grizzlies cross center as Utah player was sliding at neutral ice, and that was Briley Wood, who gets back to his feet, but he's limping slightly. As the puck around the boards, and it goes out to neutral ice. Wood tried to shovel it ahead towards Armstrong. Mavericks re-enter from the right wing. As Lowhite dancing around, he's just outside the right circle. Luke Lowhite will skate towards the right goal line. Now throw up behind Utah's net. Kansas City will skate towards the right corner as Luke Manning delivers a push. Dylan Fitz in the area as well. Grizzlies will clear it off the far wing boards, but not out. Kansas City dancing around in the left wing. Mavericks lead 2-0 halfway through the first period. Kansas City high slot. Lefty shot goes wide. That was bounced away by a Grizzly. Now behind the net, Lowhite skates towards the left corner as the Mavericks will shuffle players in and out while they're still in the offensive zone. Kansas City towards the right side. Lowhite will drop it off. And Josh Thrower, number 7, make that Charlie Wright. Right wearing number 3 will drop it off. Kansas City left wing. Skates towards the slot. Lowhite with a shot, and he scores. I don't know if I got redirected. Cameras start panning towards Damian Giroux. It looks like Giroux redirected the Lowhite shot. And it is now a 3-0 game as Giroux lights up the scoreboard for the second time tonight. Mavericks dropped it off. Charlie Wright got it towards the left side as they show the replay. Lowhite fired away, and it looked like Damian Giroux redirected it. Giroux certainly believes so, as Lowhite thought he got a goal. Giroux was in the area in front of the crease, and Giroux probably picks up his second of the game as he was the one skating towards the celebration aisle first. The camera was panned towards him. That would be Giroux's second of the game and 20th of the season. Lowhite, if it's an assist, it'll be his 13th of the year. Charlie Wright should get the other assist, which would be his 12th of the season. Grizzlies cross center ice. Berg dumps it in, but the officials say that the Grizzlies didn't cross center ice before dumping it in. Utah's called for icing with 9:14 left in the first. Daniel Amesbury, Diamond Hands, is on the ice. So far this season, 24 games, he has no goals and 1 assist, but he does have 127 penalty minutes. He's also got 9 fighting majors on the season. Grizzlies win the draw game from right to left. They trail 3-0. Pass is overled by a Grizzly out at neutral ice. Kansas City skates back in. Mavericks towards the right side. Centering pass. Lefty shot. Saved by Barczewski as Grizzlies get the puck. As they get challenged over in the right wing, Reed Lebster will wing it out to the right side. Long range feed goes tape to tape. Grizzlies at center ice will nudge it to their left for Gallant. Gallant over the line, the Western Michigan product. He gets taken away by Amesbury. He'll move it towards the middle of the ice. Kansas City steps in 2-on-4. Mavericks dance around as Kansas City will throw it from the left point as it bounces to the right corner. Grizzlies get the puck as Utah will race out to center ice. Cooper Jones cross the center red line, steps over the offensive line, skates towards the right circle, take a righty shot. And that one's blocked away by Osman. And puck goes out of play with 8:27 left in the first. It's Kansas City 3, Utah 0. Giroux did get credit with his second of the night, 10:31 in, with Lowhite and Wright getting the assists. It's the Utah Grizzlies Hockey Network.
When you buy tires at Les Schwab, you're getting more than just tires. You're getting America's best tire warranty, 60-day satisfaction guarantee, no hassle road hazard protection, and free maintenance for the life of your tires. So if something happens to your tire on the road, we'll fix it, or we'll replace it, no questions asked. Other places make you pay extra for that kind of protection, but at Les Schwab, it's included with every set of tires, because more warranty means less worry, and nobody stands by their tires like Les Schwab. Get more from
Since 1939, America First has helped people start businesses, buy homes and cars, and achieve their financial goals. Today, our top priority is still the financial success of you and your family, which is why we're giving new members $100 when they sign up for a basic savings and checking account, and another $100 when they upgrade to premium checking and enroll in and use direct deposit. So head to americafirst.com today and join the credit union that always puts its members first.
Just over 9 minutes are left in the first period. It's the Kansas City Mavericks 3 and the Utah Grizzlies nothing. As Tad O'Had celebrating a birthday, the Kansas City head coach, he has to like the way his team's looks here so far. It's the first of a 2-game set. Both teams will be off tomorrow, and then Friday night will be the series finale. Grizzlies will be in Tulsa on Saturday night and Sunday afternoon. Kansas City wins the draw. They're skating from left to right as we attempt to see the game on Flow Sports. Mavericks have outshot the Grizzlies 15-5. Kansas City dumps it in. Barczewski behind his net gets challenged. Mavericks on a wraparound. Shot saved by Barczewski. Now the puck up and out towards the left point. Mavericks in the offensive zone get to Mazza. He fires towards the net. Saved by Barczewski. Rebound towards the left wing. Mavericks slide one towards the end boards. Grizzlies will loft it out to center ice. Puck bounces at neutral ice, chasing after it's Nils Shea, but he skates to the right side, taking the puck's Messner. Over to Mashington, over to Shea. One-timer, kick saved by Osman. Puck redirects to the left point. Grizzlies in the offensive zone as Jones gets towards the right side. Utah tried to center it, but fanned on it. Kansas City will carry it across center ice. Grizzlies back defensively. 2-on-3. Mavericks over the offensive line. Siren pass out in front's wide of the mark. Grizzlies will carry it across center ice. Dashke will lumber into the offensive zone left wing. He'll slide one out in front, but a glance off a Kansas City stick. It looked like Dashke is trying to find Gallant. Mavericks out to center ice. Savankov challenges. Mavericks will tap it off the near wing wall. Grizzlies get the puck. As Utah will get it towards Tyson Upper, dumps it in. Victor Osman will wing it around the near side. Pike gets hit along the boards. Grizzlies chase after back of their line. Utah will push it out to the right wing. Pass glances off a stick. Mavericks dump it back in. Icing is on Kansas City with 6:54 left in the first. David Cotton, the Kansas City captain, chasing after it as he will skate back into his own end. Since the start of the 2023-24 season, Utah's 4-9-1 against Kansas City. That's actually pretty good considering what the Mavericks had done against the rest of the league since the start of last year. Luke Manning will take the draw. He's a +10 in his last 12 games. Damian Drew on hat trick watch takes a face-off for Kansas City, and he wins it. Mavericks will race out towards center ice, but they get cut off. Grizzlies dump it back in. Osman to the left side of his net will drop it behind it. Kansas City's outshot Utah 17-6. Mavericks second in the league in shots per game. Utah will bounce one across off the left wing boards in the offensive zone. Armstrong whips it across to Manning. Manning over to the right side trying to find Wood, but he keeps the puck. He'll skate along the far goal line. Shot saved by Osman. Behind the net, Armstrong will skate towards the right corner. He overskates it, trying to drop it for Manning. Manning will push it towards the near corner. Wood and Manning collide with a couple Mavericks as they battle over in the left corner. Wood pushes a Maverick in the back. Puck goes towards Jimmy Mazza, who gets around Briley Wood. Mazza, wearing number 77, a 6'2 defenseman, moves to his right. Mavericks over the offensive line. Staring pass, righty shot. Saved by Barczewski. Rebound goes to Utah with tattoo it off the far wing wall. Grizzlies will sky one out towards center ice. Puck bounces to the stick of Adam Berg. Berg will push it back to a Grizzlies defenseman. As Utah will try to enter the offensive zone with some momentum with less than 6 minutes left in the first period. Grizzlies cross center ice. Throw it towards the right wing. Utah dumps it in from neutral ice. Osman cuts it off behind his net. Osman's got good size at 6'4 and 208 pounds. He has an NHL contract with the Seattle Kraken. It's Kansas City. We'll slide it towards the high slot. Keeping it in is Cooper Jones. They'll fire it back to the right corner. Puck glides around the boards. As Kansas City gets it. Skating towards center ice and dumping it in is number 24, Thomas Farrell, who's a +7 this season. First time he's faced the Grizzlies. As Utah to the right side gets back checked. Savankov gets challenged. Puck goes to the right point. Kansas City keeps it in. Across to Mazza, who chips it behind Utah's net. As Lohite gets hit in the right corner by Berg. Lohite around Utah's net towards the far side. As Mavericks skate towards the left point. Kansas City flings one across. As Mavericks now spread the ice, they can see that the Grizzlies will have it. Reed Webster races along the near wing boards out to center ice. He'll stride over the offensive line, stop on the left point. He'll move it to the right side. Righty shot. Saved by Osman, and he gloves it and holds on. Well, Utah had a pretty good look. If it's one of the forwards that's been lined up with Lebster, that's probably Cole Gallant that took the shot from the right side. 4.5 minutes left in the first period. Kansas City leads 3-0. Damian Giroux has 2 goals, and Max Androv has the other tally. It's the Utah Grizzlies Hockey Network.
From commercial to recreational truck accessories, Mountain Land Truck Outfitters has got what you need. Flatbeds, spray and bed liners, lifts and leveling kits, wheels and tires. Mountain Land Truck Outfitters proudly uses a brand you know and trust. And with our experienced, knowledgeable, and friendly staff, your visit here will be informative and enjoyable. Stop into our convenient location in Provo at 265 South 100 West or call 801-225-4637 to get a quote for your fleet or individual truck. Mountain Land.
Every new day is a chance to be kinder to your body and your mind. U of U Health is here to help you build strength and confidence every day. Let us help you be a better you. U of U Health, official health partner for the Utah Jazz, Utah Hockey Club, Utes Athletics, and the Utah Grizzlies. Take the first step today at uofuhealth.org.
So draws game in the Mavericks zone. We believe Cole Gallant took a shot from the right side that was gloved by Victor Osman. Grizzlies, Messner take the draw. He wins it. Grizzlies right side. Dashke fires towards the net, and it's blocked as the Mavericks will clear it back into the Grizzlies zone. Cooper Jones out there with Dashke and the forward line of Shea, Mastrodonato, and Messner. Ed to Shea, left wing will cross center ice and skied into the right corner. Puck Hippopotamus off the boards on 2 bounces of the ice behind Kansas City's net. Grizzlies have the puck over on the right side. Now the Mavericks will bounce it off a stick. Messner dives over a Maverick who is diving in front of the crease. Puck goes back to Kansas City, and they'll slide it out to center ice. 1-on-4, Mavericks will dump it into the right corner. Mastrodonato chases after. He gets hit by a Maverick. Dashke tries to skate around Utah's net. He gets challenged by Josh Thrower as Grizzlies will race towards the far side and spread the ice. Utah skating from right to left as we attempt to see the game on Flow Sports. As Utah tried to split a triple team, Kansas City took it away. Mavericks, Cade Borchard, the leading goal scorer in the league with 31. Bounce one ahead. Puck Epiops between the Grizzlies line back and forth and offside of the Mavericks with 3:43 left in the first. So Utah looking to get on the scoreboard for the first time tonight. They've got a lot of work to do down by 3 against a very high-powered Kansas City offense. Grizzlies are 2-3 against the Mavericks this year. Kansas City swept Utah in a 3-game set in early December at Mavericks Center. Grizzlies won 2 games in early January against the Mavericks. Jake Barczewski was outstanding, and that was probably his coming out party as a Grizzly, as Utah won 5-2 on January 10th and 5-4 on January 11th. As puck is dumped deep into the Grizzlies zone, left wing. Mavericks try to center it. Puck bounces. And now we get a commercial, and the Grizzlies move it out to neutralize miraculously. We apologize, though. We're on these remote broadcasts. Sometimes we don't necessarily see what we want to see. Mavericks around their nets as they skate from left to right. Puck slides out to center ice. Grizzlies get it to Armstrong. He's at center ice. Armstrong dangles back and forth as he gets challenged. Armstrong gets tripped up. No call by referee Evan Reddick. Mavericks skate towards the right side. Borchard skates in. He'll take a righty shot. And that one's blocked away as it looked like he was firing it accurately on Barczewski as Mavericks towards the right side. Kansas City skates towards a point. Now to the high slot. Kansas City will slide one towards the left point. Mavericks get it across the glance stop. Androv's skate. He'll have to chase after it in the right corner as there's a 2-on-2 battle. Androv looks on. He'll feed it up top as Thomas Farrell gets to the left side. Now back to Farrell. He's in the right wing. Over to Androv, back to Farrell, who fakes a shot in the right point. Now he'll fire it towards the near goal line. Kansas City skates around Barczewski's net. Mavericks tried to lunge one out in front. Grizzlies get a stick in the way. Utah lofts it out to center ice. And dumping it in is an unidentified Grizzly. As Kansas City will chase after it. Behind the net, Thomas Farrell, the 6'1", 200-pound defenseman, will throw it to the near side. Mavericks cross center ice. McCallum throws to the middle of the ice. Mavericks slide it towards the left side. Lefty shot goes wide. Grizzlies were rolled around their net towards the left point. Grizzlies chase after it, moving out to center ice. 2-on-3, Utah over the line. Right wing, Grizzlies dance around just outside the right circle. Utah look to center it. Kansas City sticks it away. Mavericks race over the offensive line, 3-on-2. Kansas City down the middle of the ice. Will tap it towards their right. Mavericks pivot over in the right wing. dancing around is Damian Drew, who's already got 2 tonight. He'll slide one towards the right circle. Grizzlies picking off. Utah will race out towards center ice, banking off the near boards. Nicolette's chases after it. He avoids Jimmy Maz's check. Mavericks have it behind their own net as they'll set up shop with 1.5 minutes left in the first. Up ahead to Luke Lohide, who steps over the offensive line. Left wing gets around Lebster, around Dashke, trying to fire towards Barcheski. It missed wide as Dashke delivers a hit on a Maverick. Utah gets out to center ice and slides it towards the left wing wall. Grizzlies dance around Kansas City in the area about the same time. Now in front of Kansas City's net, both teams scrum and battle. Puck goes out to center ice. Kansas City has a glance off the stick towards the Grizzlies bench. As Utah over there, Cole Gallant loses his balance. Kansas City skates in, left circle, lefty shot goes wide. Puck slides along the near wing boards. Mavericks chase after it in their own zone. Charlie Wright gets it. He'll move it to his left. Mavericks outlet it to center ice. It glanced off the stick. As the Mavericks get it back, they'll push it to their right. Charlie Wright over the offensive line. As a Grizzly goes down nearby, we haven't had a single penalty that we can recall in today's game so far. Over to Shea, who gets hit in the back at center ice. He gets divorced from the puck. Mavericks from blue line to blue line off the near boards connects. Borchard skates over the line. He gets tapped away by Dashke. Now Borchard around Utah's net. He loses it once again. Shea will bounce one over as Utah trips up Casey Carew. Carew was over in the high slot skating towards his right. He got knocked down, and I shouldn't have said anything about there not being any penalties. Grizzlies captain Mick Messner will go to the box. 2 minutes for tripping as there's 18.4 seconds left in the first. As Garrett Pike got it up top for Shea. Shea got hit in the back by Androv. Taking the puck was Casey Carew, and it was a classic trip by Mick Messner. Messner couldn't even really argue it. He goes to the box with 18.4 seconds left in the first. Messner gets penalty minutes, 27 and 28 on the year. Max Androv will take the draw. He's got Borchard to his right and McCallum to his left. Luke Manning will take the draw. He's out there with Masher Donato and 2 defensemen. Mavericks over the offensive line. They lead 3-0. Kansas City, far side, centering pass, shot goes wide. Now the Mavericks behind the net. Barcheski dives in the crease. A lot of action. A Maverick player loses his helmet. And the Grizzlies have denied Kansas City. McCallum lost his helmet. He was battling over there. Garrett Pike was in the area with Dashke. 6.4 seconds are left in the first. Draws give me the Grizzlies zone. Both Kansas City and Utah have identical power plays this season. Both clubs are tied for 11th in the league at 20.1% on the power play. Centering pass shot went wide of the mark, and then Barcheski was in the area with McCallum. McCallum made contact with Barcheski. Grizzlies did a good job protecting their netminder. Cole Gallant talking things over with Derek Dashke as the Mavericks talk shop as well. Androv will take the draw for Kansas City. He is 6 feet, 183 pounds. Picked up a first period goal. He now has 14 on the year. As Gallant talking with one of the linesmen. Kyle Gaspari and Ryan Bray are the linesmen. And now the referee is going to skate towards the Kansas City bench. Tando Had is the man wearing black, and he's celebrating a birthday today. Now the referee will go talk with Ryan Kanaswich. Looks like Coach Kanaswich is in a navy blue or black suit jacket, white shirt. Christian Horn dressed up about the same. Draws give me the left circle. 7.4 seconds are left in the first. Looks like they just reset the clock, gave them an extra second. Mavericks win the draw. Over to the high slot. They pedal towards their right. Right will slide it back towards his left. Righty shot, saved by Barcheski. He holds on. It looked like it was Casey Carew that took the shot. He has 18 goals and 26 assists this season. He's a plus 28, which ranks just 4th on his own team. Carew sporting a beard, and like a few Mavericks, he's got a college-style cage protecting his lid, protecting his grill, his mug, his face. Puck will be dropped, and that will do it for first period action as the faceoff came with less than a second left in the first period. And that will do it for 20 minutes over at Cable Dahmer Arena. Kansas City got 2 goals from Damian Drew, and between that, Max Androv scored on a great centering pass from Cade Borchard. It's all Mavericks in the first. They will be on the power play to start the second period. After one frame over at Cable Dahmer Arena, it's the Kansas City Mavericks 3 and the Utah Grizzlies nothing. We'll come back and recap the first 20 minutes as both head coaches walking off the ice It's Kansas City 3, Utah nothing. We're back in 2 minutes to recap the first 20 minutes of play on the Utah Grizzlies Hockey Network.
When you pay with the Nitro card at Maverick, you always save 10 cents or more on fuel every gallon, every day. And you could save a whole lot more thanks to Nitro Best Price. Pick up a Nitro card and upgrade your Adventure Club account today.
Thanks to Les Schwab Tires, I'm a confident backseat driver, but Mom's a little stressed about spending. Remember, breathe in. Now watch your speed and breathe out. Good. Even though we're watching our wallets, Les Schwab is still watching out for our safety. So turn here.
Help keep drivers and backseat drivers safe with Les Schwab Tires.
From commercial to recreational truck accessories, Mountain Land Truck Outfitters has got what you need. Flatbeds, spray and bed liners, lifts and leveling kits, wheels and tires. Mountain Land Truck Outfitters proudly uses a brand you know and trust. And with our experienced, knowledgeable, and friendly staff, your visit here will be informative and enjoyable. Stop into our convenient location in Provo at 265 South 100 West or call 801-225-4637 to get a quote for your fleet or individual truck. Mountain Land.
Every new day is a chance to be kinder to your body and your mind. U of U Health is here to help you build strength and confidence every day. Let us help you be a better you. U of U Health, official health partner for the Utah Jazz, Utah Hockey Club, Utes Athletics, and the Utah Grizzlies. Take the first step today at uofuhealth.org.
After one period, it's Kansas City 3, Utah nothing. Mavericks outshot the Grizzlies 20-7. Damian Drew got Kansas City on the board. He scored his first of 2 on the night and 17th of the year. Landon McCallum and David Cotton picked up the assists. Drew's had an outstanding year for Kansas City. He is 5'10", 185 pounds. He previously played with the Jacksonville Icemen. Drew's a native of Hanmer, Ontario. Kansas City took a 2-0 lead as Cade Borchard. There was a couple cross-ice passes. Kansas City fed it towards Casey Crew in the left wing at center ice. Crew slid one across towards Borchard. Borchard was in the right wing, either 2-on-1 or 2-on-2. Borchard skated towards the right circle, centered it to Androv. Pass went tape to tape, and Androv was able to guide it towards the net and pass Barcheski as Androv got his 14th of the year. Borchard and Carew picked up the assist. It was great passing by the Mavericks as they took a 2-0 lead. And then Kansas City extended the lead to 3-0. Charlie Wright got it towards Low Height. Low Height fired away from the left wing, and Damian Drew, who was in front of the crease, redirected it as Drew got a second of the game and 18th of the season. Low Height and Wright with the assists. Mavericks took a 3-0 lead. All three of the goals were scored 5-on-5. McMessner picked up a tripping minor 1941 into the first period. And so Kansas City will be on the power play for the first minute and 41 seconds of the second. Of the 20 shots Kansas City had in the first period, Max Androv led the way with 4, including 1 goal. Damian Drew had 2 goals on 3 shots. Casey Carew and Cade Borchard each had 3 shots. Landon McCallum had 2 shots for the Mavericks. So really a lot of the damage has been done by Kansas City's top 2 forward lines. For the Grizzlies, McMessner leads away with 2 shots, 1 shot each for Dashke, as well as Wood, Shea, Gallant, and Braden Nicolettes. Jake Barcheski has saved 17 of 20. Kansas City's on pace for 60 shots here through 3 periods as we're past 1 here tonight. Victor Osman of Kansas City has saved all 7 he has seen. Well, it's all Mavericks in the first period. Grizzlies just got to find a way to bounce back. Kansas City is one of those high-powered teams where if you're not on point defensively, they can put up 8 or 9 in a hurry. Mavericks have won 3 in a row, and they've been hot at home. They have won 10 straight at Cable Dahmer Arena. For the Grizzlies, they're looking to break their 4-game losing skid, but they got some work to do as they're down 3-0 after 1 period. Other action across the league. After 2 periods, Jacksonville leads Orlando 3-2. Also after 2 frames, Kalamazoo leads Adirondack 3-1. Early third period, Maine and Reading are tied at 1. Halfway through the second period, South Carolina leads Florida 2-0. And a game that's going to get underway in a few minutes over at the Monument, 20 minutes from now to be exact. Idaho is at Rapid City. And obviously we know about Rapid City's 9-game winning streak. And oddly enough, Rapid City has really had their way with Idaho. Twice this season, Rapid City has gone on the road over to Idaho Central Arena and picked up 3-game sweeps. This one will be at the Monument, where Idaho's had a little bit more success this season. Still heads are 26-17, 7-1 on the year. Rapid City is 21, 22, 5-3. When we come back, we'll check in on those who are living the dream as we'll go over the NHL scoreboard tonight. After 1 period, it's Kansas City 3, Utah 0. This is the Utah Grizzlies Hockey Network.
When you buy tires at Les Schwab, you're getting more than just tires. You're getting America's best tire warranty, 60-day satisfaction guarantee, no hassle road hazard protection, and free maintenance for the life of your tires. So if something happens to your tire on the road, we'll fix it, or we'll replace it, no questions asked. Other places make you pay extra for that kind of protection, but at Les Schwab, it's included with every set of tires, because more warranty means less worry, and nobody stands by their tires like Les Schwab. Get more from less.
Since 1939, America First has helped people start businesses, buy homes and cars, and achieve their financial goals. Today, our top priority is still the financial success of you and your family, which is why we're giving new members $100 when they sign up for a basic savings and checking account, and another $100 when they upgrade to premium checking and enroll in and use direct deposit. So head to americafirst.com today and join the credit union that always puts its members first.
There's 3 games in the National Hockey League tonight. 1 game is in progress. Late second period, the Jets lead the Senators 3-1. Thomas Chabot scored 8:53 into the second, but the Jets scored 3 unanswered to start the game. Cole Perfetti scored 7:46 into the first. Mason Appleton made it a 2-0 game. He scored 9:03 in, so the Jets scored goals a minute and a half apart in the first period. And Kyle Connor added a second period goal 8:04 in. And the Thomas Chabot goal was scored 8:53 into the second period. So Chabot responded less than a minute after Kyle Connor gave the Jets a 3-0 lead. It's currently 3-1 Winnipeg over Ottawa. That game has 2 minutes and 32 seconds left in these second periods. Grizzlies NHL affiliate, the Colorado Avalanche, are in action tonight. It's a rematch of the 2001 Stanley Cup Finals. Avalanche hosts the New Jersey Devils, and that's where Game 7 was won by Colorado, and Raymond Bourque ended his illustrious Hall of Fame career as a Stanley Cup champion. Avalanche are 33-24-2 on the season. Devils are 32-21-6. New Jersey's going to get very familiar with the Mountain Time Zone this week. New Jersey's taking on Colorado tonight, and on Saturday over at Delta Center, 7.3 miles away from where we're sitting right now, the Devils will take on the Utah Hockey Club for the first time ever here in the state of Utah. They both met very early in the regular season in New Jersey. So New Jersey and Colorado will meet at 7:30, and at 8 o'clock on national TV, the Canucks will take on the LA Kings. Vancouver's got a record of 26-20-11 this year, and the Kings are 31-17-7. Well, Grizzlies have some work to do in the second period, as Kansas City will be on the power play for the first minute and 41 seconds of the second. Interestingly enough, though, the Grizzlies haven't had a power play yet. Kansas City and Utah are tied for 11th in the league at 20.1% on the power play. And really, when you talk about Utah's power play, it's had a little bit of a tough stretch over the last 3 or 4 games. In fact, Utah's power play is 0 for 10 over the last 4 games. But before that, I think back to that fishing night where Utah went 4 for 8 on the power play against Idaho. And the Grizzlies really over the last couple months have performed well on the power play. Over the last 17 games, Utah's 25.4% on the power play, 14 for 55. So we'll see what happens when the Grizzlies get on the man advantage. It hasn't happened as of yet. If Utah does get some power plays, watch out for Neil Shea, watch out for Mastro Donato, and also watch out for Derek Dashke, who leads Utah with 7 power play goals this season. Unfortunately, when I try to widen the computer screen, it freezes every time I try to extend it. So I've had to see the game on a very limited, very small type of screen. And because of that, it's been tough to identify who's who at times. Garrett Pike is making his Grizzlies debut. He's been lined up with Lincoln Earn. Unfortunately, it's been tough to kind of characterize some of the strengths he brings to the table. Although I think he might remind fans a little bit of Connor Mayer, who was with the Grizzlies for a couple weeks. Mayer's currently up with the AHL's Colorado Eagles. Pike has been there the whole season. He got reassigned to the Grizzlies just yesterday. And Utah also acquired Christian Hausinger on a trade with the Atlanta Gladiators. Word is, though, that a member of the Hausinger family is getting married, and certainly congratulations to them. And because of that, it's possible that we may see Hausinger a little bit either a little bit later on in this road trip, or we'll see him next week when the Grizzlies take on the Tulsa Oilers in a 2-game set at Mavericks Center. Utah's got 7 home games left in the regular season, and when we come back, we will preview what's on tap at Mavericks Center after this 4-game road trip. It's Kansas City 3, Utah nothing after 1 period of play over at Cable Dahmer Arena. You're tuned in to the Intermission Report on the Utah Grizzlies Hockey Network.
When you pay with the Nitro card at Maverick, you always save 10 cents or more on fuel every gallon, every day. And you could save a whole lot more thanks to Nitro Best Price. Pick up a Nitro card and upgrade your Adventure Club account today.
From commercial to recreational truck accessories, Mountain Land Truck Outfitters has got what you need. Flatbeds, spray and bed liners, lifts and leveling kits, wheels and tires. Mountain Land Truck Outfitters proudly uses a brand you know and trust. And with our experienced, knowledgeable, and friendly staff, your visit here will be informative and enjoyable. Stop into our convenient location in Provo at 265 South 100 West or call 801-225-4637 to get a quote for your fleet or individual truck. Mountain Land.
First intermission, Kansas City leads 3-0. What's on tap for the Grizzlies later this week? Well, both teams will be off tomorrow. I do know that if I were hanging out in Independence, Missouri, I would spend tomorrow going to the Negro League Museum, and I would also go to Arthur Bryant Barbecue. Maybe I'd go to Gates Barbecue. I'm not really sure yet. Actually, I wouldn't have to make that decision. Unfortunately, I'm here in the Salt Lake Valley. I might have to catch a hockey game tomorrow as Utah Hockey Club takes on the Minnesota Wild. Both teams will be back in action, Utah and Kansas City, on Friday night at Cable Dahmer Arena. It's the first of 2 road trips to Kansas City in the month of March. Utah will have 6 straight road games, and they will face Kansas City on March 19th, 21st, and 22nd. That will conclude a 6-game road trip. Utah, after Friday's game, will travel to Tulsa, and they will take on the Oilers on Saturday night at 6:05 and Sunday afternoon at 2:10. Grizzlies come back to Mavericks Center for a 2-game series against the Tulsa Oilers. It's going to be a rare Friday-Sunday series. Friday is going to be an AFCU Friday. It's actually going to be military night on Friday, March 7th. And so that's 9 days from now. The Tulsa Oilers will be in town for a 2-game set. March 7th is military night, presented by Mountain Land Supply Company. An event has taken over the building on March 8th, and so the Grizzlies will be off that night. Sunday afternoon will be a 3:10 tilt, and with that, you can take advantage of AFCU Fridays with a special Sunday offer where you can get a $12 ticket, and you can also get a family 4-pack of tickets for just $48. And then the Grizzlies will be on the road for 6 straight games as the Utah is on the road for 10 of their next 12 games. The final homestand of the regular season for the Grizzlies will be a 5-game set, 3 against the Island Americans, March 26th, 28th, and 29th. Wednesday, March 26th will be a Bud Light Wednesday. Friday, March 28th is going to be Youth Sports Night presented by Hercules, and March 29th is going to be Retro Night presented by Hercules First Credit Union, and so that should be a ton of fun. Retro Night will be where the Grizzlies are wearing throwback jerseys. I'm certainly looking forward to seeing what they look like, and that should be a ton of fun. Retro Night's going to be on March 29th. I believe that's a Saturday. And then the final 2 regular season home games for the Grizzlies will feature Star Wars Night on April 4th, as Grizzlies will look to use the Force to defeat the evil Night Monsters. And then Fan Appreciation Night, presented by Les Schwab Tires, will be on Saturday, April 5th. And then after that, Grizzlies will have 5 straight games on the road to conclude the regular season. Actually, it's just 3 games after that final homestand, 3 games over in the Black Hills as they take on the Rapid City Rush. Well, when we come back, we'll see what the Grizzlies have in store for the second period. Utah outscored Rapid City 2-1 in the second frame on Sunday afternoon. As we've known, Utah has been a pretty good second period club offensively, and they're certainly going to need it in order to find a way to climb back into this one. You've been tuned into the first intermission report on the Utah Grizzlies Hockey Network.
Every new day is a chance to be kinder to your body and your mind. U of U Health is here to help you build strength and confidence every day. Let us help you be a better you. U of U Health, official health partner for the Utah Jazz, Utah Hockey Club, Utes Athletics, and the Utah Grizzlies. Take the first step today at uofuhealth.org.
When you buy tires at Les Schwab, you're getting more than just tires. You're getting America's best tire warranty, 60-day satisfaction guarantee, no hassle road hazard protection, and free maintenance for the life of your tires. So if something happens to your tire on the road, we'll fix it, or we'll replace it, no questions asked. Other places make you pay extra for that kind of protection, but at Les Schwab, it's included with every set of tires, because more warranty means less worry, and nobody stands by their tires like Les Schwab. Get more from less.
Welcome back. I'm Tyson Whiting, hanging out at the Grizz Cave at Mavericks Center. Other action in the league, Maine and Reading are tied at 2 with 13 and a half minutes left in the third period. Jacksonville leads Orlando 3-2 early in the third. Kalamazoo has a 2-1 lead over Adirondack. That game's just getting underway in the third period. Halfway through the second, South Carolina leads Florida 3-1. And just getting underway, Idaho and Rapid City, as that one will face off in about 10 minutes from now over in the Black Hills. Rapid City's won 9 straight games. They've been a hot team. Kansas City's also been a hot club. They're 8-1-1 in their last 10 games. So schedule hasn't done the Grizzlies a ton of favors in terms of facing teams that are playing good hockey. Obviously, Rapid City played pretty good hockey last week in Kansas City. Well, you talk about last year finishing up with a record of 52, or actually it was 54-12-6 on the season. It's interesting. You think about the Mavericks, they're in first place in the Mountain Division, and yet the 12 regulation losses they have match what they picked up all of last season. So it looks like we're about set to start the second period. Kansas City is in an orange jersey. The middle of the jersey is orange, a little bit of white mixed in, black on the shoulders and towards the chest area where the black turns into orange with white trim. Grizzlies are in a white jersey with black numbers and professional green trim. Cole Gallant will take the drives out there with Keaton Mastrodonato. And can't see the defenseman there off the screen. Nolan Sullivan will take the face-off for Kansas City. He has 7 goals and 13 assists in 51 games. Damian Drew's on hat trick watch. He's out there. Drew has 2 goals tonight and 18 on the season. Kansas City captain David Cotton's out there as well. Mavericks are on the power play. First minute 42 of the second period. Kansas City wins the draw as they stride back to get as it went past Justin McPherson, who has 6 goals this season. Mavericks skate from right to left as we attempt to see the game on Flow Sports. Puck bounced off a Grizzly at the Mavericks line as Kansas City will race from blue line to blue line. They cross the Utah line. Cotton left wing. Lefty shot. Glove saved by Barczewski. And he holds on. 19:39 is left in the second. And the Mavericks will have an offensive zone draw. Barczewski is from Missouri, O'Fallon, Missouri. I haven't necessarily been brushed up on Missouri math and Missouri, where everything is. My guess, though, is I think O'Fallon is somewhere closer to St. Louis than it is Kansas City. As Kansas City off the draw, shot and a score. Well, my screen froze for a couple seconds. I didn't get to see the play all that well, but it'll make it a 4-0 game. It appears David Cotton, the Kansas City captain, picks up his 10th of the year. And the Mavericks are now 1-for-1 on the power play, and they score 27 seconds into the second. Off the draw, Mavericks threw it to the high slot. Screen continues to freeze. And before you knew it, was the back of Utah's net. McPherson had the puck towards the right side. He fired away, and it got redirected by David Cotton. So that's what happened, although I'm not entirely sure Cotton got a piece of it. If he did, it was just a quick glance. Cotton believes he got a piece of it, though, as he says he picked up his 10th of the year as he looks at Justin McPherson, as Kansas City takes a 4-0 lead as we're 30 seconds into the second period. Grizzlies dump it in as puck goes towards the right corner. Utah looking for their first goal of the night as Briley Wood gets hit. As puck goes to the middle of the ice, Craig Armstrong. He'll feed it over to the left side. Grizzlies get it back to Armstrong, left point. He fires towards the net, and it goes wide. As Utah towards the right wing. It's getting hit, getting divorced in the puck. Is number 12, Garrett Pike, making his Grizzlies debut. He was assigned from Colorado earlier today, or maybe it was yesterday. He was on the transaction wire. Mavericks over the line, throw it towards the near circle. Utah picks it off. Grizzlies will slice one out to center ice. It glanced off a Briley Wood stick. As Grizzlies will bounce one to the right corner of the Maverick zone. Kansas City moves it ahead. Andrew throws to the middle of the ice. Righty shot, and that one's blocked away. It looks like it was hit by Lincoln who limps back to his feet. Mavericks over the offensive line, left wing. Crew has a glance off his stick. Grizzlies clear it off the near wing boards, but not out. As Crew chases after it behind the net, he gets spun around by, I believe, Dylan Fitz. A Grizzly player gets hit in the right point. Puck hit the opposite out to center ice. Mavericks skate back towards their blue line as they've got control of the puck. Kansas City leads 4-0. So we played about 2 minutes into the second period. Mavericks skating to the left side. Backhand shot saved by Barczewski. Kansas City back towards the right wing. They'll zip it across McPherson left side. He fires towards the net, got redirected, and Barczewski will kick it away towards the right wing. As Kansas City will slide it across, Utah chases after it. Grizzlies get it ahead. Off of Fitz the stick towards Mascherano off him. As the Mavericks regain right side, they'll feed it towards the right wing now around Utah's nets, Kansas City. McPherson reverses it back towards the right side. Over in the corner, Mavericks skate around Barczewski's net again. Utah hits Kansas City and divorces them from the puck. Mascherano will sky one up center ice, run down by the Mavericks. Utah will switch up forwards. Crew over the offensive line off his stick, make that David Cotton off his stick. Grizzlies out to center ice right wing. Dancing around is Berg. Berg crosses center ice. He'll push it is right, but it's picked off. Kansas City 2-on-1. Mavericks drop it towards the middle of the ice. It glanced off a Grizzlies stick. As back up top, lefty shot. And that one's blocked about 10 feet in front of Barczewski. Shot was taken by Nolan Sullivan. Utah over the offensive line. They're trying to get towards Lebster. It was behind him. Lebster chases after it. Kansas City took it away. Mavericks have won all the 50-50 pucks here so far tonight. 3 minutes into the second period, Kansas City leads 4-0. Mavericks pushing out towards their line, skating from right to left. As dumping it in is Chase Brand, number 25, 2 goals in 37 games. Recent addition for Kansas City. As Grizzlies out to center ice, right wing, stepping over the offense line is Berg. He'll skate towards the right corner. He'll spin it around as Gallant over the left wing. He gets it taken away. Mavericks guided out towards center ice as Kansas City will solicit it towards the left wing to Charlie Wright. Wright will skate towards the left corner after it. He gets the puck. He will skate towards the left point. He'll drop it as Kansas City's Jake McLaughlin looking for his first goal. High slot shot is blocked away. As Grizzlies get it out to the right wing, Jones over the offensive line with speed. He'll skate towards the right circle, gets around Charlie right behind the net, feeds it to the left side. Lefty shot is blocked away. It might have gone wide as Utah towards the left wing, gets it back to the corner, far side. As Grizzlies shield Kansas City from the puck, but they lose their balance. Mavericks cross center ice, and they dump it in. Grizzlies stride after it. Barczewski cuts it out behind his net. Grizzlies roll it along the near wing boards. Aragon moves to his left. Tyson upper. Rink-wide feed goes tape to tape. Grizzlies skate towards the left circle. Lefty shot. And that one bounces off of Osman and goes out of play off the protective netting. 15:38 left in the second. Grizzlies should have an offensive zone draw. Mavericks lead 4-0 as Victor Osman gets a swig of water. Osman, remember, he got in the fight with Jake Barczewski in early December at Maverick Center. Osman did have a size advantage, and obviously he's going to have a size advantage on Barczewski the rest of his life. Osman 6'4", 208 pounds. Barczewski listed at 6'1" and 180. So draw's going to be in the Kansas City zone. Luke Manning's out there with Craig Armstrong. Armstrong has 7 goals and 6 assists in 47 games. Manning will take the draw against Max Androv. Utah wins the faceoff. Wood fires towards the net, and that one's sticked away. Casey Crew to the right corner. He gets a rough ride from Dashke as Wood skates towards the right point, gets to Lincoln Earn. Earn's righty shot is blocked away by Casey Crew, who's got 1 goal and 9 assists coming into play against the Grizzlies, and he does have 1 tonight. Head towards Androv. He tried to bounce one across. Utah picks it off of Armstrong's stick. Crew at the Utah line will dump it in. Chasing after it's Garrett Pike wearing number 12. He'll slide it across. Grizzlies will pitch to the left wing. Utah's got numbers 3-on-2 across center ice. Over the offensive line, Pike will bounce one towards Osman. Osman will cover up. He stops play with 15:01 left in the second. Grizzlies will have an offensive zone draw. Pike is certainly somebody I'm interested in seeing, especially if he arrives at Mavericks Center next week. Pike, a Toronto, Ontario native, 25 years old. He had played in 29 games for the Eagles earlier this season. He had 2 assists. Last year, he was a star at the University of North Dakota, where he was a plus 11 in 39 games, and he had 3 goals and 22 assists. Messner will take the draw, but it's won by Damian Giroux, who's already got 2 goals tonight. Kansas City skies it deep into the Grizzlies zone. Barczewski gets there about the same time as the Maverick behind the net. McCallum over in the area. Grizzlies push it towards the far side. Kansas City deep in the offensive zone, skates towards the right circle. Lefty shot. And the Mavericks didn't get much on it. Skating over is Dylan Fitz. He'll throw it behind his net. Grizzlies will tap it off the near boards to center ice. As Shea zips one across. Pass goes tape to tape towards the left wing. Messner stops before he gets to the corner. Feeds up top. As Grizzlies fire towards the net, it goes wide. Now wraparound shot. That one misses wide. Looking for it's Neil Shea, who's got 19 goals to lead the Grizzlies this season. Shea behind his net gets pinned to the boards. Mavericks will throw it to the left side, but not out. Grizzlies skate towards the left circle. Lefty shot and a score! Grizzlies get on the board, and it looks like it's the captain, Mick Messner, getting his 14th of the year. Boy, Kansas City turned it over, and the captain made the Mavericks pay. Messner high-fives everybody on the Grizzlies bench. As Utah got it ahead, it glanced off a Kansas City stick. As McPherson tried to move it ahead. Pass went wide. Messner skated towards the left wing. He fired it past Osman as Messner crashed along the far glass in celebration. Messner scored in the left circle as Osman kind of put both arms in the air, trying to find a way to get a piece of it. But Mick Messner scores cleanly. He now has 14 goals this year, and it's a 4-1 game. Kansas City out to center ice. Mavericks will dump it in. Grizzlies chase after it. It looks like the Mavericks are called for icing with 13:53 left in the second. See if anybody gets an assist on the Messner goal. David Cotton did redirect the power play shot to give Kansas City a 4-0 lead. Messner's goal right now is listed as unassisted. They might be still calculating it. Looked like it was off a Kansas City turnover, so it might not be. It might be an unassisted type of goal. Looked like Masha Donato was in the area. Shea had touched the puck a little bit before it. Messner will take the draw against Nolan Sullivan. Sullivan beat Messner to the puck, but the linesman says, my bad, we'll do it over again. Kyle Gasperi picks up the puck, and Sullivan and Messner will battle in the left circle face-off dot. Messner crouches down lower than Sullivan. Sullivan, a native of Eden Prairie, Minnesota, 25 years old, first-year pro. As Sullivan cuts off Messner, and the Grizzlies, they'll come out with a puck. Masha Donato slides it up top, but it goes past Cooper Jones, who will stride back to get it. Jones gets it, and he'll wing it around the boards. Both linesmen jump out of the way. Puck goes deep into the Kansas City zone. Shea chases after it. He gets rammed into by a Maverick. As 2-on-2 battle over in the right corner, Utah gets up top. Cooper Jones will feed it towards Masha Donato. The Maestro gets it to Shea on the right side. Back up top. Jones pedals towards the left side. Now he skates towards a circle. Chips it out in front. As Grizzlies skate back towards the left wing, Messner fires towards the net. Saved by Osman. He holds on with 13 minutes and 15 seconds left in the second. Mick Messner scored unassisted. 5:47 in. It's Kansas City 4, Utah 1. This is the Grizzlies Hockey Network.
Since 1939, America First has helped people start businesses, buy homes and cars, and achieve their financial goals. Today, our top priority is still the financial success of you and your family, which is why we're giving new members $100 when they sign up for a basic savings and checking account, and another $100 when they upgrade to premium checking and enroll in and use direct deposit. So head to americafirst.com today and join the credit union that always puts its members first.
Thanks to Les Schwab Tires, I'm a confident backseat driver, but Mom's a little stressed about spending. Remember, breathe in. Now watch your speed and breathe out. Good. Even though we're watching our wallets, Les Schwab is still watching out for our safety. So turn here.
Help keep drivers and backseat drivers safe with Les Schwab Tires.
It's Kansas City 4, Utah 1. Mick Messner scored unassisted 5:37 into the second. He now has 14 goals on the year. For Messner, it's consecutive game number 131 with Utah. He's got 11 power play points. It was an even strength goal. He came into play second on the club with 143 shots on goal. Messner came into play with 8 points in his last 9 games, 4 goals and 4 assists. Messner will take the draw against Damian Giroux. Face-off won by Kansas City. Grizzlies skate from left to right as we attempt to see the game on Flow Sports. Mavericks from right to left here in the second period. Grizzlies skate around Barczewski's net, and they will lunge it out to center ice. The Grizzly gets occupied in the right wing. Mavericks skate in left side. Kansas City, Daniel Amesbury, diamond hands, fires a righty shot, saved by Barczewski. He holds on as Amesbury had a pretty good look skating in from the left side. He's not one of those guys that's a creative shooter. He'll just fire one in there and hope for the best. Amesbury still looking for his first goal this year. It's his 25th game of the season. He's averaging about five penalty minutes per game. So I think he's up to 9 fighting majors on the year. Draws over in the left circle. Luke Manning will take it. Dylan Fitz for the second straight game is acting as a defenseman, and he is currently paired up with Derek Dashke. Andrew will take the drop for Kansas City, wins it. Mavericks throw it to the right side. Righty shot, kick saved by Barczewski. Rebound goes to Fitz, and he'll backhand it past everybody. It looks like it's going to be icing on the Grizz with 12:48 left in the second. So action will come back towards Jake Barczewski. He's already seen 25 shots tonight. Kansas City has 4 goals on the 25 shots. Mavericks, on average, are out shooting their opponents by 7.5 per game. They're second in the league in shots per game and 4th in shots allowed. It's pretty similar to what we see from the Tulsa Oilers year in and year out. As Grizzlies will face Tulsa Saturday and Sunday. As Utah wins the pile over in the near corner, Grizzlies will throw it to the right point. Kansas City gets it. They'll fire a righty shot. It goes over Barczewski's head now to play. 12:35 left in the second. Draw's going to come back into the Grizzlies zone. It's great to see Mick Messner back on the scoring sheet. He is 5'11", 193 pounds. He's played pretty well here in the month of February. And really, the Grizzlies have had some great performers here in the month of February. You talk about Webster's 13 points. Grizzlies have a couple players with 12 points in February. And Mick Messner with the goal now has 9 points in his last 8 games. So this being the 8th game, Messner's been outstanding in the month of February. Mavericks win the draw, right point. Righty, and that righty shot goes wide. Grizzlies will fly it out to center ice. Puck heading up towards the Mavericks defenseman who will bounce it off a Grizzly. Casey Crew steps over the offensive line, gets around Fitz. Crew down the middle of the ice, backhand shot. And that one is stopped by Barczewski as he extended his right pad out, and the puck just kind of held up below Barczewski's pad. Good stop by the Grizzlies goaltender as Crew tried to split a double team, got past one guy, was looking to get past Dashke. He fired a backhand shot that was collected by the right pad of Jake Barczewski. 12:11 left in the second. Mavericks still lead 4-1. Draw's going to be in the left circle. As Gallant will take it for Utah against Damian Giroux. As draw won by the Grizzlies, they'll fire it off the backboards. Garrett Pike will slice one towards the right wing. Now Kansas City fires towards the net. And my screen froze for a couple seconds, but I believe Barczewski made the stop. 12:03 is left in the third as he holds on. Damian Giroux once again will take another face-off. There's quite a few Mavericks players, Giroux being one of them, that's wearing those college-style shields over their face. Kansas City wins the draw. High slot, they'll fire it in deep behind the net. Grizzlies will backhand it ahead. Bounced off a couple sticks. Kansas City will float it back in. Grizzlies get it back as Lincoln Erm will slice one across. Grizzlies will solicit it out to center ice off the far wing boards. Utah 2-on-2, stepping over the offensive line, centering pass out in front. And the pass went a little bit wide as Kansas City will race out to center ice. It's unfortunate my screen's freezing from time to time. Cotton skates towards the left corner. He stops, feathers it up top to McPherson. McPherson drills it around the boards, but Barczewski's net got dislodged. 11:27 left in the second. And so that stops play as Barczewski will skate off his net as Kansas City was whipping it around the boards. The net got dislodged on a collision out in front of Barczewski. Kansas City is one of those teams that got a lot of offensive firepower. In terms of team speed, they may be the fastest team Utah seems to face year in and year out, at least last year and this season as well. Barczewski wearing the number 39 in his white sweater as Gallant will take the draw once again against Nolan Sullivan. Sullivan, a first-year pro. Gallant wins the faceoff. Grizzlies will hike it ahead to center ice. It goes off a stick deep into the Mavericks zone. On to Victor Osman, who covers up. Lepster skates and stops in the crease. Lepster gets pushed by Sullivan and McPherson. Lepster made sure to let Victor Osman know he was there. Osman pats Justin McPherson in the back. 11:17 left in the seconds. We've had quite a few whistles here in the first 9 minutes of play in the second. Bit more of a partial sellout over at Cable Dahmer Arena, as I imagine they're going to have a little bit bigger crowd on Friday night. Grizzlies win the draw, left point. Lefty shot goes wide, chasing after it's Cooper Jones on the right side. He'll slither it around the boards. Grizzlies' Derek Dashke reverses it back around the wall to Jones. Jones gets hit by a Maverick. Puck goes to the right wing. As Sullivan will feed it back towards the far corner. Kansas City gets their stride ahead of Utah. Mavericks will cross center ice 2-on-3 as they dump it in. Grizzlies chase after it. Double team over in the corner. Two Grizzlies over there. Kansas City gets a second player as a 2-on-2 battle ensues over as Barczewski looks over his left shoulder. There's a battle over in the far corner, won by the Grizzlies. They'll throw up from one corner to the other. Foot race as Kansas City's Luke Lowhite gets there before Mastrodonato. Lowhite up top. Mavericks bounce to the left wing as Cotton dances around, pivots over in the near corner, gets up top as pedaling towards a high slot is McPherson, and he'll drop it off, make that McLaughlin. Puck goes back to neutral ice. Kansas City re-enters from the right wing, but they're offside with 10:17 left in the second. As David Cotton sporting a beard. Looks like he's got his playoff beard growing a little bit early. Kansas City won the Western Conference last year. They've got quite a few players returning from last season's club. Max Androv and Cade Borchard were stars last year, and they're stars once again this year. And Kansas City's got a great 1-2 punch in net. Victor Osman starting tonight. We might see Jack LaFontaine on Friday. He has a .917 save percentage. Mavericks poised to look to repeat in the Western Conference. They dump it in. Toledo's going to be tough in the Central Division, but Kansas City seems to be at the top of the class in the Mountain Division. Grizzlies over the offensive line. High slot. Lefty shot is blocked away. That was taken by Nicoletz, who has one goal this season. It's his fourth game of the year. Grizzlies fired across. Ricochets off the boards. Racing back deep in his own zone to get Savankov. He'll outlet it to the right wing. Aragon dumps it in. As we get a whistle as a Grizzly went down over in the right circle. I think Utah might get its first power play of the game. Charlie Wright gets spotlighted, but it's not him taking the penalty. It appears to be Jake McLaughlin, who's a +31 this season. McLaughlin gets 2 minutes for interference, and the Grizzlies will have their first power play of the night when we come back. 9:45 left in the second period. It's the Kansas City Mavericks 4 and the Utah Grizzlies 1. This is Utah Grizzlies Hockey Network.
When you pay with the Nitro card at Maverick, you always save 10 cents or more on fuel every gallon, every day. And you could save a whole lot more thanks to Nitro Best Price. Pick up a Nitro card and upgrade your Adventure Club account today.
From commercial to recreational truck accessories, Mountain Land Truck Outfitters has got what you need. Flatbeds, spray and bed liners, lifts and leveling kits, wheels and tires. Mountain Land Truck Outfitters proudly uses a brand you know and trust. And with our experienced, knowledgeable, and friendly staff, your visit here will be informative and enjoyable. Stop into our convenient location in Provo at 265 South 100 West or call 801-225-4637 to get a quote for your fleet or individual truck. Mountain Land
Maverick's new bean-to-cup machines always deliver a freshly ground cup of coffee on demand, so you can enjoy any of our premium roasts at their best, day or night, hot or iced. Enjoy a fresh cup today.
Utah's 20.1% on the power play this season. Grizzlies are 25.4% over their last 17 games. It's Kansas City 4, Utah 1. Mick Messner has the most recent goal in the game as he scored unassisted 5:47 into the second period. David Cotton scored earlier in the second period on a power play 27 seconds in. Mavericks have 2 goals from Damian Giroux, and Max Androv is also found the back of the net. Messner will take the drives out there with Lobster and Shea. Up top is Mastrodonato and Dashke. Utah wins the draw. The Maestro to the right side. Mastrodonato wearing number 8 slides one past Dashke and all the way to the Grizzlies line and beyond as Utah will race after it in their own zone. Dashke skates around Barczewski's net towards the near side. He'll get to Lepster on the right wing. Lepster drops it back. Grizzlies. Mastrodonato will move it his left. Grizzlies over the offensive line. Shea will bank it off the left corner boards and chase after it. Kansas City slices towards the right point, kept in by Mastrodonato. Over to Dashke, back to the Maestro, second-year pro out of Canisius. He'll shuffle towards the right corner. Now feed it towards the middle of the ice. Lepster, righty shot, and that's blocked away on a one-timer. As Nil Shea over in the left corner, taps it back up top for Dashke. Dashke across to Mastrodonato, directs it back to Dashke in the high slot. He'll solicit it to the left wing for Shea. Across to Mastrodonato off a stick. As the Maestro will glove it, drop it, get it back to Shea. Left wing, I'll take a lefty shot that goes wide. Can't see off the end boards. We'll get it past Mastrodonato, but it stays in. The Maestro look to center towards Shea. It goes past him. Kansas City gets it, and they'll clear it out. Grizzlies will make a change, get 5 fresh skaters on the ice. Barczewski has it behind his net as he'll drop it off. I think that's Garrett Pike moving it to his left as Pike's wearing number 12 for the Grizzlies. Utah gets it to somebody, I believe that's Cole Gallant. Races to the right side. He'll drop it back for Pike, who feeds it his right for Wood. Wood over the offense line, dangles back and forth, gets it to Pike, skating down the middle, lefty shot. And a save by Osman. Boy, I was looking to see if the goal light went off. Looked like Pike got a pretty good look. Osman denies him. He holds on with 8:14 left in the second. Boy, Grizzlies got pretty creative in getting the puck in the offensive zone. Wood found a cutter, and we believe that was Garrett Pike skating in with speed. Pike was all alone onto Osman. But the Kansas City goaltender maybe makes the biggest save of the game. It's Grizzlies are down 4-1, but they've got Kansas City on their heels. Grizzlies have it on the left side after winning the draw. Utah will slide it to Gallant in the right wing. Gallant 4 goals this season. Over to Pike, who feeds to the left side. One-timer, and that goes wide. Pike trying to keep it in, but it glanced off his stick out to neutral ice. Less than 10 seconds left in the period. Or left in the power play as Wood back towards the Utah line. Grizzlies slide it across looking for Gallant. Gallant overskates it. He'll regather it. As coming out of the penalty box is Jake McLaughlin. Utah's 0-for-1 on the power play. It's still 4-1 Mavericks. 7.5 minutes are left in the second period. Utah gets around a Maverick out to the right wing, crossing center ice. Stepping over the offense lines, Luke Manning. High slot. Lefty shot goes wide. Manning chases after it. He gets knocked down as Landon McCallum will move it ahead. Kansas City skates along the near wing boards out to center ice. Mavericks cross center ice, and dumping it in is Damian Giroux wearing number 18. Fits behind his net. Turnover. Giroux skates in. It's nudged away by Barczewski. Slot. Lefty shot and a score. David Cotton gets his second of the second period, and the Mavericks extend the lead. It's now a 5-1 game. Looks like we're going to get more of an extended replay. Kansas City got to center ice, dumped it in. Barczewski behind his net, threw it towards the far side. Grizzly got hit. Fitz tried to move it ahead, turnover. Drew was looking for the goal. He didn't have a shooting angle. Puck went back towards Cotton. And it's David Cotton getting his second of the game and 11th of the year. Puck glanced off the stick. McCallum was trying to reach for it. He couldn't quite get there as his momentum was skating back the other way. And then Cotton got it and delivered it past Barczewski. So it's 5-1 Mavericks. About 7 minutes left in the second period. Kansas City with 5 goals on 28 shots. They have doubled up the Grizzlies on shots here tonight. Utah crosses center ice, and they'll bounce one onto Osman like a basketball. Osman will stop it, and he'll keep the play alive. As Josh Thrower, big 6'5" defenseman. Actually, he's listed at 6'2", 225. He seems bigger than 6'2". Thrower will get the puck. He'll move it out to center ice as the Mavericks dump it in. Amesbury gets around Savankov. Those two fought each other in December at Mavericks Center. As Mavericks run after it in their own end, Grizzlies will switch up forwards. Mavericks left wing step over the offensive line as Amesbury will bounce one to the right side. Righty shot. That one goes wide as might have gotten a piece of Barczewski as thrower spins it along the boards. And now Kansas City loses it. 2-on-2. Grizzlies will race out to center ice. Utah for the offensive line. Wood will bounce one towards the middle of the ice from the right point. It's picked off as Kansas City comes back the other way. Mavericks over the offensive line. 2-on-4. Kansas City will button hook towards the right point. Now righty shot misses wide. Mavericks chase after it, and they'll cycle it towards the left corner. Mavericks behind the net looking for a wraparound. Shot goes wide of the mark. That was taken by Casey Crew, we believe. High slot, righty shot, saved by Barczewski. Rebound towards the near wing wall as Wood will toss it ahead towards Gallant. Now Wood will tap it off the near boards. Mavericks get it back at their line. Kansas City long-range pass connects. Mavericks will skate towards the right circles to get around Lincoln Erm. It's Mavericks now around the net. Will spin it towards the left point. Shot, and Nate Konepke fanned on it. Puck hit jumps back to center ice. Kansas City in control of the puck as they will outlet it to center ice. Mavericks step over the offensive line, surrounded by 3 Grizzlies. Kansas City button hooks towards a high slot, and they'll feed it to the right corner. Mavericks skate from right to left here in the period. Kansas City whips it back around towards the right corner. Manning cuts it off. He'll cycle it back towards the right wing. Kansas City gets up top as the Mavericks dance around to the right point. Kansas City skates towards the circle, and they'll backhand it towards the right goal line. Now the Mavericks get back to the right side. Righty shot. Then one goes wide as they were looking for a redirection along the near goal line. As Utah will throw a long-range pass. And skating in, looked like Utah had a shot attempt. Osman was able to make a stop. 4.5 minutes left in the second period. Mavericks dump it in. Dashke chases after it in the right wing. Mavericks will complete a line change. Grizzlies lunging out towards Lebster. And the puck went over him as Mavericks fired onto Barczewski, who stops it, keeps the play alive. As Adam Berg gets the puck, he'll race out to neutral ice. He'll get it to Gallant, who crosses center ice, and he'll slither it in. Gallant got hit as he was dumping it into the Kansas City zone. As Mavericks, long-range pass, looking for McCallum, and he doesn't accept it, but David Cotton does. Cotton steps in, but the Mavericks are offside with 4 minutes and 8 seconds left in the second. Damian Drew's got 2 goals, and so does David Cotton. The other goal scored by Max Androv. Utah's lone goal has been scored by Mick Messner. It's Kansas City 5, Utah 1. About 4 minutes left in the second period. This is the Utah Grizzlies Hockey Network.
Every new day is a chance to be kinder to your body and your mind. U of U Health is here to help you build strength and confidence every day. Let us help you be a better you. U of U Health, official health partner for the Utah Jazz, Utah Hockey Club, Utes Athletics, and the Utah Grizzlies. Take the first step today at uofuhealth.org.
Maverick's new bean-to-cup machines always deliver a freshly ground cup of coffee on demand, so you can enjoy any of our premium roasts at their best, day or night, hot or iced. Enjoy a fresh cup today.
It's Kansas City 5, Utah 1. Both Damian Giroux and David Cotton have 2 goals and 1 assist for the Mavericks. Giroux leads Kansas City with 6 shots. Casey Crew has 1 assist on 5 shots. For the Grizzlies, Mick Messner scored unassisted, 5:47. That's Utah's lone goal. Messner leads the Grizzlies with 4 shots on goal. Draws give it neutral ice after the Mavericks were called for offside. There's 4 minutes and 7 seconds left on a moving clock. Kansas City wins the draw. Josh Thrower will dump it in. Grizzlies chase after it in the right corner. Dylan Savankov he skates around Utah's net. He'll throw it towards Aragon, who moves to his left. Grizzlies dance around Tyson Upper. Will feather it across as Utah, from the far side, they're still deep in their own zone. As Utah's Dylan Savankov will outlet it to the left wing at center ice. Grizzlies dump it in. As Kansas City chasing after it. Mavericks, as Aaron Aragon delivers a hit behind Kansas City's net. Savankov kicks it towards the right corner. Savankov delivers a hit. As Kansas City in their own zone, Grizzlies deliver another hit along the far wing boards. As Utah will switch up skaters. Good shift by the fourth forward line. Dylan Savankov and company. Grizzlies cross center ice. Fakes dumping it in. Chases over the offensive line. He gets divorced from the puck in the right wing as he got hit along the boards. Kansas City coming back the other way. Mavericks towards the Grizzlies bench at center ice as they try to dump it in as they got challenged on the play by a Grizzly defenseman. Utah will gather the puck and they'll slide it to Mastro Donato. Right wing across the center ice. Less than 3 minutes left in the second period. The Maestro spins it around. Messner cuts it out behind the net. He gets double teamed as Osman looks over his right shoulder. Mastro Donato joins the play. Kansas City takes over the puck. Mavericks will race out to center ice. Kansas City will hustle across the center red line, although it looks more like a center orange line over in Kansas City. Mavericks dump it in. Whistle blows. 2:40 left in the second. Looks like the draw is going to be towards center ice. Now, the Grizzlies did get a second period goal. It was Messner unassisted. Utah now has a second period goal in 33 of their last 39 games. And Utah has been a strong second period club. They now have 25 goals in the second period over their last 17 games, with this being the 17th. Draw's going to be at neutral ice. Grizzlies territory. Manning crouches down low. He's a +10 in his last 12 games. Manning a 5'10", 190-pound forward. Mavericks win the drop. It goes back to the Grizzlies, who lift it out to center ice. Kansas City chasing after it. No icing on the play. As Mavericks skate from right to left here in the second period. As Kansas City will lunge it ahead. Glancing off the stick of Briley Wood. Another Maverick gets it. They cross center ice. Mavericks tried to dump it in. Grizzlies did a good job building a wall near their blue line. As the Mavericks will slice it towards their left. Chase Brand, who's making his 38th appearance this season, a recent addition by the Mavericks. They'll dump it into the left corner. Brand will skate towards the circle as getting double teamed. Now the puck goes to Brand. Shot saved by Barczewski. Rebound shot. Barczewski makes the save as well as he dives towards his left and covers up. 2 minutes and 1 second are left in the second period. And Barczewski makes another highlight save against the Mavericks. Well, he made some critical saves in January in the 2-game sweep of the Mavericks. Looks like Barczewski's done it again. As Low-High got it towards Brand, shot. Barczewski made the initial save, and then Kansas City kind of fired a change-up, a half-speed shot. Barczewski was able to glove it while he was laying on his side. A penalty was called, we believe. Action's going to be in the Grizzlies zone. We saw Dylan Fitz skate towards the penalty box area, and there it confirms it on Flow Sports. Fitz is in the box. 2 minutes and 1 second are left in the second period. Dylan Fitz gets penalty minutes, 21 and 22 on the season. Didn't get to see the signal for what Fitz did. But Max Androv will take the draw against McMaster. It's Kansas City 5, Utah 1. Mavericks 1 for 1 on the power play as Carew throws it towards the middle of the ice. It glanced off the stick. Puck ricochets off the end boards. Grizzlies get it. Mastro Donato will slice it across as it goes all the way deep into the Maverick zone off the near wing wall. Chasing after it, it's Charlie Wright. He'll slide it ahead to Androv, who gets it back towards his right. Now back to Androv. He'll step over the offense line and pitch it to his left. Mavericks get it to Casey Carew, throws it back to the corner. Now Carew gets it. He'll drop it back for Borchard, who gets it towards McCallum. Left wing righty shot saved by Barczewski. Wright gets it back up top. Left point is lefty shot saved by Barczewski again. Jake holds on with 1:26 left in the second. Kansas City's been able to get the puck in deep towards Barczewski. Well, Kansas City had 20 shots in the first period. They're up to 15 here in the second. Kind of looks like a football score in the shot category. Kansas City 35 to Utah 14. Damian Giroux is going to take the draw against Cole Gallant. Would have been fun to have been in Kansas City this week to see if they're still reeling from that Super Bowl loss. Mavericks win the draw. They skate towards the left wing. Low-High gets up top, but the puck lances off the stick and goes towards the Kansas City line all the way towards Osman. Osman will fire it off the near boards for Low-High. He falls down. Grizzlies get the puck. Gallant will skate around a Maverick. Utah's got 4 shorthanded goals this season. Gallant gets double teamed. He gets hit in the far corner. Mavericks halfway through their power play. We'll continue shop. Power play will end with 1 second left in the second period, as Mavericks will step over the offensive line as they get it towards Giroux. He'll fire it back to the left corner. Mavericks will cycle it back towards the right corner. 2-on-1 battle. 2 Grizzlies over there. Cotton joins as puck goes back up top. Kansas City as it glances off the stick out to new tries. So Mavericks will reset. Grizzlies will get a fresh forward on the ice as Gallant comes off. Mavericks will bounce one towards the left circle. Cotton gets pushed by Dashke. Utah takes the puck. Looks like Adam Berg's body type. as he'll have a glance off his stick. Low height, centers it out in front. It glanced off a stick and wide of a Kansas City player. Now the puck bounces at neutral ice. Grizzlies have it. Splitting a double team as we believe Neil Shea will skeet towards the right corner. Actually, looked like it was Messner. Messner gets hit in the back as he tries to retaliate from a Kansas City player. As well, him and McPherson or Konepke going after it. Now Kansas City right wing. Skates in at the end of the period. Shot saved by Barczewski. And that will do it for 40 minutes over at Cable Dahmer Arena. As Kansas City extended the lead to 4-0 when David Cotton scored less than half a minute in. Mick Messner got Utah on the board, 5:47 in unassisted. Cotton got his second of the game and 11th of the season, 12:52 into the second. That made it a 5-0 Kansas City lead, and that's where we sit after 40 minutes of play. Good penalty kill by the Grizzlies to end the second frame. But the Grizzlies have got a lot of work to do if they want to climb back into this game. First of two over in Kansas City. Both teams will be off tomorrow. They will meet on Friday night at 6:05 for the series finale. Well, we'll see if the Grizzlies have a third period comeback in them. It's Kansas City that's dominated the first 40 minutes. It's the Mavericks 5 and the Grizzlies 1. We'll come back and recap the first 40 minutes on the other side. And we'll also go over the 3 NHL games. And I think there's 5 other games in the 4-letter league as well. It's Kansas City 5, Utah 1. This is the Utah Grizzlies Hockey Network.
Mavericks' new bean-to-cup machines always deliver a freshly ground cup of coffee on demand, so you can enjoy any of our premium roasts at their best, day or night, hot or iced. Enjoy a fresh cup today.
When you buy tires at Les Schwab, you're getting more than just tires. You're getting America's best tire warranty, 60-day satisfaction guarantee, no hassle road hazard protection, and free maintenance for the life of your tires. So if something happens to your tire on the road, we'll fix it, or we'll replace it, no questions asked. Other places make you pay extra for that kind of protection. But at Les Schwab, it's included with every set of tires, because more warranty means less worry, and nobody stands by their tires like Les Schwab. Get more from
Since 1939, America First has helped people start businesses, buy homes and cars, and achieve their financial goals. Today, our top priority is still the financial success of you and your family, which is why we're giving new members $100 when they sign up for a basic savings and checking account, and another $100 when they upgrade to premium checking and enroll in and use direct deposit. So head to americafirst.com today and join the credit union that always puts its members first.
After 2 periods over at Cable Dahmer Arena, it's the Kansas City Mavericks 5 and the Utah Grizzlies 1. Kansas City averaging 4,358 fans per game. Unfortunately, it's a little bit of a lighter crowd over at Cable Dahmer Arena. Mavericks dominated the first period. They led 3-0 after 1. They outshot the Grizzlies 20-7. Damian Drew got the party started for the Mavericks, 5:44 in. He picked up his first of 2 on the night. The first goal was his 17th of the year. McCallum and Cotton picked up the assists. A couple minutes later, Kansas City with a couple cross-ice passes. One of them went to Casey Crew at neutral ice. Crew was in the left wing, fed it across to Borchard. Borchard got the puck, skated towards the right circle, centered it to Max Androv. It was a perfect pass out in front of the crease. Borchard to Androv to the back of the net as the Mavericks took a 2-0 lead, 7:59 in. And Drew scored a second of the game, 10:31 in, with Luke Lohheit and Charlie Wright getting the assists. Mavericks led 3-0 after 1 period, and they had a power play to start the second frame. Scoring was David Cotton. It was his 10th of the year. McPherson and Sullivan picked up the assist. If I remember right, that was a redirection on a shot out in front of the net as Cotton picked up his 10th of the year. Time of the power play goal was 27 seconds into the second period. Utah got on the board 5:47 in as Mick Messner picked up his 14th of the year. Kansas City turned it over. Messner had the puck on the left side, skated into the circle. He was kind of on the high part of the circle, and then he fired it past Victor Osman, the Kansas City goaltender. Kansas City extended the lead back to a 5-1 game as Cotton got his second of the night. Damian Giroux picked up the assist. Time of goal was 12:52 into the second as the Mavericks got the puck in as it bounced off of Barczewski. And a pretty good pass from McCallum. Actually, it was Giroux there. Puck just ricocheted. Lucky bounce for the Mavericks. Cotton got the puck, and he fired it past Barczewski. So that made it a 5-1 game, and that's where we sit. Grizzlies did a good job killing off a Kansas City power play late in the second period as Dylan Fitz got a holding minor, 17:59 in. Utah's 0 for 1 on the power play. Kansas City's 1 for 2 as Cotton converted on the man advantage in the first half minute of the second periods. Well, who's been aggressive for Utah offensively? They got 7 shots in the first, 7 in the second. And it's been the captain, Mick Messner, has led the way. He's got Utah's lone goal, and he also leads the club with 4 shots. He's the only guy that's got more than 3. Derek Dashke and Garrett Pike. Pike making his Grizzlies debut. They both have 2 shots. Dashke does lead all Grizzlies defensemen in shots on goal as he came into play with 129 on the season. And Pike in his Grizzlies debut, he had 29 games with Colorado earlier this season. As Pike is a first-year pro. Last year he was at the University of North Dakota. And before that, played 3 seasons at the University of Alaska Fairbanks. And 2 of those years, he was a college teammate with Braden Nicolet's. So Pike obviously has some familiar faces. Nicolet's among the Grizzlies that have 1 shot through 2 periods. And obviously Pike was a teammate with Masha Donato and Shea with the Colorado Eagles earlier this season. For Kansas City, 35 shots through 2 periods. Damian Giroux leads the way with 6. Casey Cruz got 5 shots. David Cotton has 2 goals and 1 assist. He has 4 shots. Kate Borcher and Max Androv each have 4 shots. Kansas City, really, it's been the David Cotton and Damian Giroux show. Both guys have 2 goals and 1 assist. Giroux's a +2. Cotton's a +1. And those 2 have been magnificent. It's really been the top 2 forward lines for Kansas City. It's gotten just about everything done. Kansas City really hasn't gotten much from their 3rd and 4th forward lines. They haven't necessarily gotten much scoring in terms of help from their defensive unit. It really has been the Mavericks' big guns once again. Their top forward line from left to right is Casey Crew, Max Androv, and Cade Borcher. All 3 of those players have a point tonight. Androv with 1 goal, Carew and Borcher with 1 assist. And then that second forward line features Cotton with the 3-point effort, 2 goals, 1 assist. Also has Damian Giroux centering that line. And Landon McCallum, has 1 assist and has 3 shots and is a +1. So for the Mavericks, it's really been their big guns. They haven't really gotten much in terms of forward depth here tonight. They haven't needed it as their top 2 forward lines have really gotten the job done. And that's a big part as to why Kansas City is up by a 5-1 score. When we come back, we'll go over the other 5 games in the league. We'll also check in on those who are living the dream. There's 3 NHL games, including the Grizzlies NHL affiliate, the Colorado Avalanche, who take on the New Jersey Devils. It's Kansas City 5, Utah 1 after 2 periods. We'll come back and talk some hockey on the other side. This is the Utah Grizzlies Hockey Network.
When you pay with the Nitro card at Maverick, you always save 10 cents or more on fuel every gallon, every day. And you could save a whole lot more thanks to Nitro Best Price. Pick up a Nitro card and upgrade your Adventure Club.
Thanks to Les Schwab Tires, I'm a confident backseat driver, but Mom's a little stressed about spending. Remember, breathe in. Now watch your speed and breathe out. Good. Even though we're watching our wallets, Les Schwab is still watching out for our safety. So turn here.
Help keep drivers and backseat drivers safe with Les Schwab Tires.
Maverick's new bean-to-cup machines always deliver a freshly ground cup of coffee on demand, so you can enjoy any of our premium roasts at their best, day or night, hot or iced. Enjoy a fresh cup today.
3 games in the National Hockey League tonight. Jets hold on for a 4-1 victory over the Ottawa Senators. Cole Perfetti, Mason Appleton, Kyle Connor, and Mark Sheffley had the Jets goals. Thomas Chabot had the lone tally for the Ottawa Senators. Stutzel got the assist on the Chabot goal. He now has 41 helpers on the season. Winnipeg outshot Ottawa 40-25, and that game has just gone final as the Jets defeat the Ottawa Senators 4-1. Just getting underway, about 4 minutes in, no score between the Devils and Avalanche. Colorado has outshot New Jersey 7-1. New Jersey is going to be in the Mountain Time Zone later this week, and obviously they're in there right now taking on the Colorado Avalanche. On Saturday night, the New Jersey Devils make their first ever trip to the state of Utah as they take on the Utah Hockey Club, and that's the last of a 3-game homestand for Utah, as the hockey club picked up a 2-1 victory over the Chicago Blackhawks last night. Utah got goals from Clayton Keller, and the game winner was scored by Lawson Krause on a backhand shot from the right wing in the third period. Utah will take on the Minnesota Wild tomorrow. I know there are a lot of Minnesota Wild fans among the Grizzlies locker room. Christian Horn, the Grizzlies assistant coach, among them. A lot of Minnesota natives. There might be a few that are interested in going to that game if they weren't over in Independence, Missouri. Then obviously Saturday, the Devils will be in town for the first time ever. At 8 o'clock, Vancouver will take on the LA Kings. That's going to be a national TV game over on TNT. Vancouver has a record of 26-20-11. Kings are 31-17-7. 5 other games in the league. Over at the Monument, after one period, Rapid City leads Idaho 2-1 as Rapid City is looking to extend their winning streak to 10 straight games. Idaho scored first, 2:27 in, as Patrick Moynihan got his 6th of the year. Brendan Hoffman picked up the assist. A minute and 1 second later, it was Denny Gore getting his 14th of the year. Chaz Smedzrud and public enemy number 1 among Grizzlies fans' eyes, Ryan Wagner, with the assist. Wagner was a superstar in the 3 games against the Grizzlies last weekend. Blake Bennett, the reigning league player of the week. And you know you had a tough week when you see somebody on the other side pick up an honor like that. Bennett scored a power play goal. In fact, both the Rapid City's goals have been on the power play. Bennett scored 9-11 in, with Gore and Smedzrud getting the assists. So Gore and Smedzrud each have 1 goal and 1 assist for Rapid City. And despite the fact that Idaho has outshot Rapid City 14-5, it's the Rush getting 2 power play goals, and they lead the Steelheads 2-1. The first of a 2 or 3 game series over at the Monument. 3 other games have gone final in the league. In overtime, Orlando defeats Jacksonville 5-4. Giroux scored the overtime game winner 2:29 in. Kalamazoo gets a 4-3 regulation victory over the Adirondack Thunder. Davis T-Bone Codd had one of the Kalamazoo goals. In overtime, Maine defeats Reading 4-3. Vidmore scored for Maine in the extra session. One other game in progress. You know, he mentioned the 2 Mountain Division games. One game over in the South Division. Halfway through the third period, South Carolina leads Florida 3-1. There's enough former Grizzlies on the Florida roster. You got to check every time the Everblades are playing to see what the former Grizzlies are doing. Taryn Pfizer and Kyle Betts are scoreless so far. Both guys were outstanding forwards for the Grizzlies a couple years ago. Johnson is in net for Florida. He has saved 14 of 17. The backup goaltender, who just recently celebrated a birthday, is Will Cranley, who was part of the Grizzlies tandem of Cranley and Januzzi in net for Utah. We certainly root for Will Cranley, who had some outstanding efforts. And I remember he had a game in Kansas City last year. I could be misremembering, but there was a game where Cranley just stood on his head, and the Grizzlies came back, and Brandon Cutler eventually scored the overtime game winner, and the Grizzlies came away with the win. Utah did win. You know, we talked about Kansas City and their historically good regular season last year, but the Grizzlies did win 2 games over at Cable Dahmer Arena last season. Obviously, it's tough to do with the Kansas City being the type of club they are, having been in first place in the Mountain Division for most of the season. The Grizzlies, they can play well in the third period, and even if they don't make a full comeback tonight, if they can just find a way to put together 20 good minutes here to end regulation and see if they can build some confidence on it. You know, Grizzlies have lost 4 in a row, and they've had spurts. where they've played pretty good hockey. I mean, that Rapid City series last weekend, even though it didn't come together in any one particular game, Grizzlies did have moments where they played pretty well. I mean, I even look at Sunday's game, outscoring Rapid City 2-1 in the second period. It looked like they played pretty well in the middle frame, and just wasn't enough. Rapid City seems to be doing a great job of finding ways to win. They've done so lately. Obviously, they've won 9 in a row. It's crazy that in all 9 of Rapid City's victories during the streak, they've been outshot. The other team has had more shots than Rapid City in all 9 games of their winning streak. So it's only fitting that after one period, they've been outshot 14-5, and yet it's Rapid City that has the 2-1 lead with the back-to-back power play goals. So obviously that game will still be going on by the time the Grizzlies game concludes, but we'll see if we can keep you updated at least through 2 periods during the Grizzlies post-game report. When we come back, we will have third period action over at Cable Dahmer Arena. Remember, we will be skating 5-on-5. The Grizzlies were shorthanded for the final 2 minutes of the second period. Utah had a successful penalty kill. I'll see if the Grizzlies can get on track. Feels like Neil Shea's due for his 20th goal this season. Keaton Mastrodonato, can he team up with Shea for a goal? After all, their line mate, Mick Messner, found the back of the net, 5:47 into the second period. We'll come back and have the third period on the other side. You've been tuned into the Intermission Report on the Utah Grizzlies Hockey Network.
From commercial to recreational truck accessories, Mountain Land Truck Outfitters has got what you need. Flatbeds, spray and bed liners, lifts and leveling kits, wheels and tires. Mountain Land Truck Outfitters proudly uses a brand you know and trust. And with our experienced, knowledgeable, and friendly staff, your visit here will be informative and enjoyable. Stop into our convenient location in Provo at 265 South 100 West or call 801-225-4637 to get a quote for your fleet or individual truck. Mountain Land.
Every new day is a chance to be kinder to your body and your mind. U of U Health is here to help you build strength and confidence every day. Let us help you be a better you. U of U Health, official health partner for the Utah Jazz, Utah Hockey Club, Utes Athletics, and the Utah Grizzlies. Take the first step today at uofuhealth.org.
When you buy tires at Les Schwab, you're getting more than just tires. You're getting America's best tire warranty, 60-day satisfaction guarantee, no hassle road hazard protection, and free maintenance for the life of your tires. So if something happens to your tire on the road, we'll fix it, or we'll replace it, no questions asked. Other places make you pay extra for that kind of protection. But at Les Schwab, it's included with every set of tires, because more warranty means less worry, and nobody stands by their tires like Les Schwab. Get more from less.
Welcome back to Utah Grizzlies Hockey. I'm hanging out at the Grizz Cave as Grizzlies take on the Kansas City Mavericks. First of a 2-game series. Both teams will be off tomorrow. And the series will conclude on Friday night over at Cable Dahmer Arena. 5:50 pregame show, 6:05 face-off. Then the Grizzlies head to BOK Center to take on the Oilers. Saturday night's going to be a 6:05 start. Sunday afternoon will be at 2:10. That's a Mountain Time Zone start, as the Grizzlies will take on the Oilers on Sunday afternoon for the final time at BOK Center this season, and we're certainly happy about that. But the Tulsa Oilers come back to Mavericks Center for a 2-game series. Now, note the dates. It's not a Friday-Saturday series. It's a Friday-Sunday series next week. Friday, March 7th, will be Military Night, presented by Mountain Land Supply Company. And then both teams will be off on Saturday, March 8th, as an event took over the building. And then Sunday, March 9th, is going to be the series finale. With that, you can take advantage of the AFCU Friday offer, where tickets start just $12 when you pay using your AFCU debit or credit card at the Mavericks Center box office. You can also get a family 4-pack of tickets for just $48. Grizzlies, unfortunately, starting tonight, are on the road for 10 of their next 12 games. So Utah, after the 2-game homestand against Tulsa, will be on the road for 6 straight contests. It looks like we're about to start for third period action. Kansas City will have Casey Crew, Cade Borchard, and Max Andreov out there. Utah might be the same 5 that started the game, and that's the forward line of Berg, Gallant, and Lepster, with a defensive pairing of Derek Dashkeet and Cooper Jones. Looks like a bit of a lighter crowd. Kansas City averaging 4,358 fans per game this season, but looks like they aren't quite at their average here tonight. Gallant will take the draw. He's got an A on his sweater. Puck goes towards Kansas City. As dancing around is Charlie Wright, wearing number 3. He'll slice one across. Mavericks skate from left to right as we attempt to see the game on Flow Sports. Grizzlies from right to left. Mavericks enter the offensive zone. Berg takes the puck. He turns it over. Mavericks skate down the middle. Lefty shot, and that's blocked away. As Barczewski's in net for the Grizzlies, he has saved 30 of 35. Kansas City towards the right wing, skate towards the point. Now stopping reverse as feels Max Androv. He'll backhanded out in front. Lefty shot goes wide as it bounced off of Barczewski. Kansas City still in the offensive zone. The slice to the right side. Right centering pass, shot and a score. Max Androv gets the second of the game. As Androv now taunting Jake Barczewski. It is now a 6-1 contest. 3 different Mavericks have 2 goals tonight. As Androv got a centering pass from Charlie Wright. As Androv gets the second of the game and 15th of the year. Both of Androv's goals were on centering passes from the right wing. First period, it was Cade Borchert. And here in the third, it's Charlie Wright. Androv's goal was scored 41 seconds into the third. David Cotton, Damian Giroux, and now Max Androv each have 2 goals for the Mavericks. It's Kansas City 6, Utah 1. Mavericks have 6 goals on 37 shots. Kansas City out to center ice. Grizzlies on the back check. McCallum throws towards the right wing. Grizzlies will tap it back to center ice. Towards the Kansas City line, running it down. It's Justin McPherson. He'll slice it across. Grizzlies pick it off. Right wing Grizzlies get it towards the right goal line. Skate in. Lefty shot goes wide of the mark on Osman. Messner had 4 shots in the first 2 periods, took it. Oh, my screen's freezing back and forth as puck's deep in the Grizzlies zone. As the Mavericks just had their way with the Grizzlies tonight. Osman plays behind his net. As the Mavericks will dribble it out to center ice. Kansas City enters from the left wing. Lefty shot goes wide. Now Kansas City's Jimmy Mazza fires towards the net, and that's blocked away. As Mazza hanging out the right point. Action over in the right corner. 1:51, counting into the third. Grizzlies skate around their own net. Long-range pass glanced off a Kansas City stick. There's a couple players over skated at center ice. Kansas City gets it back to Mazza, who zips it across. Nate Konepke's been paired up with him tonight. Konepke will drop it as the Mavericks cross center ice. Low height, tries to get around Fitz, but Fitz took the puck away. As Grizzlies will back it out deep in their own zone and reset up shop, skating from right to left. Grizzlies dance around. I think that's Garrett Pike in his Grizzlies debut. Now it's Dashke. He'll move it to his right. Grizzlies cross center ice, get it to Gallant. Drops it back, left side. Lefty shot goes wide. That shot was taken by Braden Nicoletz, who's got 1 goal this season. Nicoletz over to the high slot. Will nudge it his right. Grizzlies, lefty shot misses wide. Grizzlies hustle towards the near wing boards. Thrower in the area. Thrower gets the puck. He'll move it out to center ice. 2-on-2, Kansas City over the line with momentum. As Mavericks skate towards the left circle. Kansas City towards the corner. Mavericks throw it out to the left side. Shot saved by Barczewski. Rebound. Righty shot from the slot. That one's blocked away. Second shot was taken by Thomas Farrell, who's wearing number 24. Grizzlies out to neutral ice. Will pitch to the center ice logo. Grizzlies step over the offensive line. High slot. Lefty shot is blocked away. I think that might have been either Aragon or Berg that took the shot. As the Mavericks race out to neutral ice. Shea on the back check. Mavericks cross center ice left wing. They'll zip it around the boards. Grizzlies will lunge it back to center ice. Crew will race back into his own zone. Grizzlies get it. Mastrodonato left point. He'll dump it in, chase after it. As McPherson gets it taken away by Mastrodonato, skates towards the right corner. Tried to move it back to Messner. Kansas City picks it off. Mavericks will backhand it towards Borchert. He couldn't get it along the near boards. Borchert's human after all. He's got 1 assist tonight. He leads the league with 31 goals. Left wing feed, long range. Connects to Shea, trying to get it back to Mastrodonato. It glanced off of Andriov. Mavericks will pitch it out to center ice. It goes past Borchert, but he got a piece of it. Both teams will reshuffle the deck and get fresh skaters on the ice. As Kansas City over in the right wing. Borchert slides to the left side, looking for a centering pass out in front. It goes wide. It's Kansas City. They do move the puck around well. Grizzlies cross center ice. Manning dumps it in. He'll get around Jimmy Mazza. Puck to the left side. Armstrong sending pass. Righty shot. Saved by Osman. Boy, Briley Wood was cutting towards the middle of the ice. Grizzlies fed him a pass. Wood got all of a one-timer, but Osman makes a save, and he holds on. Manning did a good job getting around Jimmy Mazza. As puck kicked off a Manning skate, Armstrong got it to the middle of the ice for Wood. And boy, Wood got plenty of it, but Osman just kind of crowded it around his stomach and held on with 15:45 left in the third. So draw's going to be over in the right circle. Manning will bounce it off a Drew skate. Kansas City wins the draw as they'll skate around the right wing. As McCallum will bounce one to center ice. Grizzlies retreat back defensively as Kansas City has the puck. They're in the offensive zone left wing. Mavericks skate towards a point, now towards our right side. As Mavericks one-handed off the near wing wall. Run down by Dashke. As Dashke will spin it ahead towards Armstrong, who dumps it in. Armstrong will race off the ice, but he'll stay out there as Kansas City is crossing center ice. They'll dump it in. Now Armstrong will stay on the ice along the near boards. Grizzlies will sky it out to center ice. Now Armstrong will have time to make a change and come off. Grizzlies cross center ice and dump it in. We're 5 minutes into the third period. Mavericks lead 6-1. Kansas City throws it out to center ice. Grizzlies have it back at their line. Ed to Nicoletz, races to the left side, skates over the line, trying to center it towards upper. It went past him. As the Mavericks get to center ice, and they step over the offensive line left wing. Grizzlies, Mick Messner delivers a hit. Now Messner and a Maverick go tumbling towards the left corner. Mavericks get it back left circle. As Kansas City skates in, righty shot, saved by Barcheski. Grizzlies cleared off the far wing boards out to center ice. Mavericks back in their own zone. They'll tattoo it off the near boards. Grizzlies come back the other way, but it goes towards Josh Thrower. He'll feed it to his left. Kansas City will dump it to the right side. Mavericks try to get around a Grizzly. Utah spins around Kansas City. Low height. He gets blasted by Berg. Right over to the right wing. Kansas City skates in, looking for a backhand shot, and it's sticked away by a Grizzly defenseman. As Utah crosses center ice, 2-on-3. They'll move it to the right side. Grizzlies skating with momentum. Righty shot, saved by Osman. Rebound goes to Kansas City. As Mavericks will race after it. Garrett Pike over to the left corner. He gets blasted. As Pike gets hit, he gets back to his feet. McLaughlin chasing after him. Pike, wraparound shot, saved by Osman. He holds on with 13:47 left in the third. Max Andreoff scored his second of the game and 15th of the year. Charlie Wright and Cade Borchard got the assist. That was 39 seconds into the third period. It's Kansas City 6, Utah 1. We're back in 1 minute. This is the Utah Grizzlies Hockey Network.
Since 1939, America First has helped people start businesses, buy homes and cars, and achieve their financial goals. Today, our top priority is still the financial success of you and your family, which is why we're giving new members $100 when they sign up for a basic savings and checking account, and another $100 when they upgrade to premium checking and enroll in and use direct deposit. So head to americafirst.com today and join the credit union that always puts its members first.
It's Kansas City 6, Utah 1. As Victor Osman's had a good game in net. He has saved all but one. Mick Messner, as Utah's lone goalie, scored 5:49 in. Kansas City's got 2 goal performances from Damian Giroux, David Cotton, and Max Andreoff. Messner will take the draw against Damian Giroux. Messner's out there with Masha Donato and Neil Shea. Draw on the right wing, Mavericks zone. Grizzlies won the faceoff. Utah skating from right to left as we attempt to see the game on Flow Sports. As puck behind Kansas City's net. Puck slides to the left corner from Masha Donato. Feeds up top to Garrett Pike wearing number 12. Across to Erm. His shot's blocked before it got to Osman. Puck to the right corner. Grizzlies dance around. Utah skates over there. Spins it back around to the left corner. Kansas City wins the foot race. They cut in front of Keaton Masha Donato to make sure he couldn't get after the puck in the corner. Daniel Amesbury, nicknamed Diamond Hands, crosses the center ice, and he'll dump it in. Puck to the left corner as Ern gets a rough ride from Amesbury as Grizzlies race out to center ice. Pike lost his balance. Kansas City will slide it back to the middle of the ice. Mavericks step over the offensive line, veering to the left side. Thrower backhands it towards the net. It goes wide. Grizzlies get it tapped away towards the near wing boards. Utah hustles after it. Grizzlies will gallop out to center ice, crossing center ice and throwing it in is Neil Shays. He'll wing it along the boards towards the right corner deep in the Mavericks zone as Kansas City throws it across as Mavericks enter from the left wing. Kansas City skates towards the left corner as Mavericks stomp on a dime as Kansas City drops it. Left wing, righty shot, kick saved by Barczewski off his left pad as Mavericks skate towards the right side. Jumping around is Borchard. He tried to shovel it ahead. Grizzlies pick it off. Utah crosses center ice. Dashke will move it to his right, looking for Armstrong, who chases after it behind Kansas City's net. Turnover. Briley Wood left wing. I'll take a shot and a score. Briley Wood gets his 16th of the year as he fired it past Osman, and it's now a 6-2 game. Play puck around Utah's net, and Briley Wood was over at the near goal line. Found himself a good shooting angle. He was able to fire it past Victor Osman as Dashke was able to get it in deep. And then Wood just capitalized as Kansas City behind the net turned it over. Wood gathered the puck and he fired it glove side past Victor Osman. Well, Messner's goal in the second period was unassisted, and Briley Wood's might be as well. My screen froze, so I couldn't tell if it was a direct turnover from a Kansas City stick onto Wood or if Wood got it from a Grizzly. It's a 6-2 game, 8 minutes into the third period, as Grizzlies have a second period goal from Mick Messner, and now Briley Wood has scored his 16th of the year. Mavericks have it deep in their own zone as they skate from left to right. As Kansas City crosses center ice, 2-on-2 over the offensive line. Mavericks stop on the right point, and they'll sweep it towards the Grizzlies' end boards as Utah takes it back. Grizzlies moving out towards center ice. Charlie Wright accepts it. Wright will nudge it ahead as the Mavericks will drop it off in the right wing. Kansas City dangling back and forth, looking for a centering pass. It's picked up by Utah as Grizz will skate around their nets. Utah from right to left will slice one ahead, left wing to Aragon. As Aragon steps over the offensive line, he gets hit. He tumbles around Charlie Wright. Mavericks come back with the puck as Aragon will skate off the ice. As Mavericks home run pass doesn't connect. It goes deep into the Grizzlies zone. And icing is on Kansas City with 11:04 left in the third. Looks like Briley Wood's goal is unassisted, 7:47 into the third. So both of Utah's goals have been scored unassisted. Messner 5:49 into the second period, and Briley Wood gets Utah on the board 7:47 into the third. Draw one by Kansas City. They skate from left to right, 9 minutes into the third period. As Mavericks at their line will push it back as the Mavericks do a good job with those stretch passes. Kansas City gets out to center ice, stepping over the offensive line. Grizzlies take it away. Utah crosses center ice. A Maverick knocks down Briley Wood, who gets back to his feet. As Kansas City out to center ice, nudges it ahead. Mavericks skate over the offensive line, low height on a fancy move towards the left circle. Dangles around, now he pushes up top. As Konepke gets it across, now high slot, righty shot goes wide. Mavericks will tap it to the right point. As Farrell moves it across, left wing, now back to Farrell, right side. He'll take a shot, kick saved by Barczewski. Wood goes after the puck, he'll throw it to the left point, but not out. Farrell gets it on the right side. He'll skate towards the circle, now button hook, and pivot back towards the right side. Now Farrell's in the high slot, he'll fire a righty shot, and that one's blocked away. A lot of traffic out in front. Cole Gallant was in front of Barczewski, battling with the Maverick. Puck to neutralize. The Grizzly loses their balance. Kansas City gets it back to their line. Right wing pass. Goes past Luke low height. He got a piece of it, so no icing. Grizzlies come back up with it. We're halfway through the third period. Mavericks lead 6-2. Utah for the offensive line. As Cole Gallant dances around the right point, he'll throw it to his left. As Garrett Pike will skate towards the left wing, he'll take a lefty shot. And that one's wide of the mark as he tried to go stick side on Osman. Now right side, shot saved by Osman. He holds on with 9:34 left in the third. Briley Wood scores 7:47 in. He cuts into the Kansas City lead. It's the Mavericks 6 and the Grizzlies 2. It's the Utah Grizzlies Hockey Network.
Mavericks' new bean-to-cup machines always deliver a freshly ground cup of coffee on demand, so you can enjoy any of our premium roasts at their best, day or night, hot or iced. Enjoy a fresh cup today.
Every new day is a chance to be kinder to your body and your mind. U of U Health is here to help you build strength and confidence every day. Let us help you be a better you. U of U Health, official health partner for the Utah Jazz, Utah Hockey Club, Utes Athletics, and the Utah Grizzlies. Take the first step today at uofuhealth.org.
When you pay with the Nitro card at Maverick, you always save 10 cents or more on fuel every gallon, every day. And you could save a whole lot more thanks to Nitro Best Price. Pick up a Nitro card and upgrade your Adventure Club account today.
Well, it's Kansas City head coach Tad O'Had's birthday today. He must be having a good day. Kansas City leads 6-2. Damian Giroux and David Cotton each have 2 goals and 1 assist. Max Androv has 2 goals. Cade Borchard and Charlie Wright each have 2 assists. Grizzlies have unassisted goals from Mick Messner and Briley Wood. As Kansas City wins the draw, they're in their own zone, skating from left to right. Jimmy Mazza skates around his net towards the far side. He'll nudge to his left. Puck up in the opposite towards Josh Thrower, number 7. Thrower will bounce one ahead. Mavericks over the offense line down the middle of the ice. Utah takes it away. I'll tattoo it off the far boards. Does Utah? Kansas City comes back up with it. As I'll nudge it back towards Jimmy Mazza, number 77. 2 goals and 4 assists and a +6 rating this season. Mavericks hire from the left side as they'll dump it over to the left corner. Kansas City trying to throw it from one corner to the other. Garrett Pike gets it and he'll slice it towards the near side. Shea battles with Mazza. As Mazza hacking away, holding his ground. 8:52 and counting in the third. Mavericks about shot the Grizzlies 43-20. Coming out of the piles, Utah, as they'll spin it back towards Fitz, who feeds it back behind Barcheski. Delayed penalty, and it's going to be on Kansas City. As looks like Neil Shea is limping towards the bench. Looks like he might be hurt. As Grizzlies cross center ice, step over the offensive line. Wood skates in. Shot goes wide. Kansas City touches it up. Whistle blows with 8:25 left in the third. It's going to be a Utah power play. It'll be their second power play of the game. They're currently 0 for 1. As Josh Thrower looks back at referee Evan Reddick. Reddick says, well, he committed a penalty. Thrower goes into the box. Josh Thrower gets penalty minutes 66 and 67 on the season. So it'll be an offensive zone drop for the Grizzlies. Attendance over at Cable Dahmer Arena is 2,777. 27-77. Mavericks outshot the Grizzlies 43-20. Kansas City has an 8-7 edge in the third period. So throwers in the box, 2 minutes for cross-checking. Luke Manning will take the drives out there with Briley Wood. Wish we could see who's on the right wing. They're off the screen right now. Utah wins the draw. Garrett Pike gets it in the left point. Pike dances around. He'll bounce one to the right point. Now back towards Pike in the high slot. He'll slide one to Wood. Back to Pike, who fakes a one-timer. Pike 3 goals last season. He'll pedal to his right, and he'll slide it to his left for Wood. Wood directs back to the high slot for Manning, who swings and misses. Pike keeps it in the right side. He'll slide it to the right wing. Now back up top to Manning. It goes past him and deep into the Grizzlies zone. As chasing after the puck is Garrett Pike wearing number 12. Pike accepts it. Now he'll skeet down the middle, veer off to the left as he drops it off. Grizzlies get to neutral ice. Manning slides to his right. Grizzlies guide it towards the right point after stepping over the line. Mavericks get it, and they clear it back out. Pike behind his net. Gallops after and gets the puck as he'll skate down the middle of the ice. He'll move to his right. Grizzlies cross center ice. Utah slices to their left. Over the line, Manning gets it back towards Berg. Adam Berg skates around Kansas City's net to the far side. He'll tap it over. Utah skating from right to left here in the period. Utah cycles to the left point. Manning runs it down to keep it in. He'll get it just outside the left circle. Dancing around is, we believe, Reed Lebster. He'll tattoo it back to Manning. Manning to the near goal line. Glanced off a stick. Lebster battles. Berg in the area. Puck goes back to the right wing. Briley Wood gets up top as Pike back towards Wood. He'll feed it to the right goal line. Grizzlies trying to get it back towards the cutting wood. Goes to the right wing. Lefty shot is blocked. Kansas City gets it. They clear it out. Less than 30 seconds left in the Grizzlies power play, as Utah will filter players on and off the ice. As Grizz will cross center ice, Mastrodonato steps over the center red line, although it looks more orange than red over in Kansas City. He'll roll it around the boards towards the left corner. 3-on-3 battle. Another Grizzly joins the play. As Utah, hacking away, Grizz come out of the pile with the puck. Mastrodonato to Dashke, back to the Maestro. Left wing, one-timer, saved by Osman. He holds on. There's 1 second left in the power play. 6:26 left in the third. Good job by the Grizzlies. They're winning the battle along the boards. Dashke got towards Mastrodonato. He fired the one-timer, and then he kind of bent his right knee a little bit, trying to get all of it. Osman collapsed it right there in the crease as he held on. If Kansas City wins the draw, Utah's got to be alert of the alley-oop play with the Maverick coming out of the box. So Utah, the two guys out there up top at the blue line, have got to, at least one guy's got to pay attention to it. Draw one by Utah. We're back to 5-on-5 skating. Dashke fires towards the net, and it's blocked. As puck along the near wing wall. Kansas City moves ahead to center ice. Mavericks cross center ice. Crew dumps it in. It's Barczewski behind his net. Unfortunately, my screen's freezing from here and there. Out to center ice. Puck lands off a stick as Kansas City skates in. McCallum feathers it ahead. But the puck went towards Barczewski, who kicks it back. As Grizzlies towards the right corner. Get bounced. Now Utah's Cooper Jones around his net. Will outlet it to the Utah line. Rink-wide feed is overled for Dashke. It goes past him. As Kansas City regathers. They'll step over the offensive line right side. As Drew feeds it across now left side. Kansas City looks to center it. McLaughlin wasn't in a shooting angle as he'll cycle it to the left corner. 5.5 minutes left in the third. Mavericks lead 6-2. Kansas City skates towards the left circle. Now they'll feed it back up top. Mavericks take a righty shot and a score. Drew was in the area. Does he complete the hat trick? Nicolette's going after a Maverick. McCallum appeared to be the one firing towards the net. If Drew redirected it, it's a hat trick as Drew raises both arms in celebration as McCallum got hit by Nicolette's, and the puck went back to McCallum. He fired towards the net. If Drew got a piece of it, toss those hats, Kansas City fans. Of course, my screen froze right about the same time I was trying to see if Drew got it. And Drew looked like he kicked it in. Whether it was a distinct kicking motion, it's hard to say. It's a 7-2 game. And with that, all the hats come flying onto the Cable Dahmer Arena ice. As once they found out that it was Damian Giroux getting it, he now has 3 goals tonight. Goals 17, 18, and 19 on the season. 5:21's left in the third period. It's Kansas City 7, Utah 2. Drew gets the goal with Landon McCallum, and Jake McLaughlin gained the assist. Time of goal 14:39 into the third. But we mentioned the kicking motion, potentially, as the puck looked like, well, my screen was freezing on and off. It looked like it might have bounced off of Drew's skate. So I think they're going to take an extra look at it to make sure there was no distinct kicking motion, which is certainly big if you threw a hat on the ice over at Cable Dahmer Arena. Wouldn't it be a shame you throw your hat on the ice and then the goal doesn't count? You know, do you get your hat back? You know, what happens? You know, if Drew scores again, you know, do you have a second hat to throw on the ice? As they show the replay, McCallum took the shot from just outside the left circle, bounced off the skate of Damian Giroux. Giroux just outside the crease, near side. As they show it in slow motion, off his skate, and that looks like a kicking motion to me. It looked like enough of a guide towards the net. I think that's a kicking motion. I think it should be a no goal. Obviously, it's not going to decide who wins, you know, not going to have that much of an impact as to who wins or loses the game. I think there was a kicking motion there. So they might wave this off. Was it enough of a kicking motion to disallow the goal? They show the Kansas City bench, and it's determined. That's a good goal. It's 7-2 Mavericks as Drew gets his third of the game. I don't hear any of the sounds over in Kansas City, but it looked like the referee had a ref mic over at Cable Dahmer Arena. So Drew pats David Cotton in the side. As we mentioned all night, it's been the top two forward lines for Kansas City. It's gotten the job done. Drew with 3 goals and 1 assist. David Cotton with 2 goals and 1 assist. Max Androv's got 2 goals. Cade Borchard and Charlie Wright have 2 assists. As Grizzlies skate in left side, Adam Berg, siren pass shot. Great stop by Osman as he was sprawling towards his left to make the save. Grizzlies pitch it towards the left corner. Gallant gets the puck. He'll guide it up top to Pike, who slides it to his right. Right point, Grizzlies trying to feather it across. It glanced off a Kansas City stick. Mavericks will bounce it off a body. Kansas City will skate around their nets. 7-2 Mavericks. As Kansas City will cross center ice. Mavericks step over the offensive line, skate towards the left circle. Lefty shot goes wide. As Casey Crew rolls it behind Utah's net. Pike battles. Now right wing. Lefty shot. And Barczewski made a great... Oh, it's a score. Well, you got more hats, Kansas City fans? It's Max Androv getting his third of the game. I doubt there's any more hats to be thrown. Androv is the second Kansas City player to score 3 tonight. As a shot was taken from the left side, it went wide. And then behind the net, Kansas City got it towards Androv, and he shoveled it past Barczewski. Pike tried to nudge it towards the far side. Kansas City glanced it back the other way. And puck just ricocheted towards Androv, who fired it past Barczewski. So it's Kansas City 8, Utah 2. No more hats for the off ice, the ice crew to pick up. They already threw it on the goal when Giroux got the hat trick. Giroux's goal came 14:39 into the third. That made it a 7-2 game. Max Androv gets his third of the game and 16th of the season. It's 8-2 Mavericks. Androv's goal was assisted by Cade Borchard, who now has 3 assists on the night. Borchard came into play. First in the league in goals, 9th in points. He's also 5th in shots on goal entering play tonight. Kansas City moves towards the left side. Mavericks siren pass shot. Great stop by Barczewski as he dove and intercepted it, as looked like Chase Brand was out in the right wing, and Brand was denied by Barczewski. Kansas City 8 goals on 46 shots. As Lowhite had it in the right side, got it across. Mavericks really moving the puck around well. Brand had a good look on the right side. Barczewski sprawled to his left and made a great save. Kansas City's up 8-2. We're back in 1 minute to find out how this one ends.
Every new day is a chance to be kinder to your body and your mind. U of U Health is here to help you build strength and confidence every day. Let us help you be a better you. U of U Health, official health partner for the Utah Jazz, Utah Hockey Club, Utes Athletics, and the Utah Grizzlies. Take the first step today at uofuhealth.org.
When you buy tires at Les Schwab, you're getting more than just tires. You're getting America's best tire warranty, 60-day satisfaction guarantee, no hassle road hazard protection, and free maintenance for the life of your tires. So if something happens to your tire on the road, we'll fix it, or we'll replace it, no questions asked. Other places make you pay extra for that kind of protection, but at Les Schwab, it's included with every set of tires, because more warranty means less worry, and nobody stands by their tires like Les Schwab. Get more from less.
Well, it's been all Mavericks tonight. Kansas City leads 3-2. 2 Mavericks players have hat tricks. Damian Drew has 3 goals and 1 assist. Max Androv has 3 goals. And David Cotton has 2 goals and 1 assist. Grizzlies win the draw. They'll fire it off the near glass. It goes deep into the Mavericks zone. Run down. It's Kansas City skating from Right to left, turnover. Grizzlies righty shot saved by Osman. Now the puck is cleared by Kansas City. Grizzlies race deep in their own zone to get it. Lincoln Earn collects the puck. He is lined up with Garrett Pike here tonight. As Kansas City out to center ice battles. They glanced off a couple sticks. Mavericks back deep in their own zone. Thrower gets it across. 3.5 minutes left in the third. As puck wobbles on towards Barcheski. He'll keep the play alive. Grizzlies switch up forwards. This one can't end soon enough for the Grizzlies. Utah was hoping for some momentum. Riley Wood did score 7:47 into the third. That made it a 6-2 game. Then Kansas City has scored 2 unanswered after that. As Upper got it across, as looked like Nick Lutz couldn't reach it. Action over in the right wing. Puck kicks back to new try. Slow height. Will move to his left. As Kansas City chasing after it. Svankov delivers a big hit in the left corner. As now Svankov delivers another hit. 2-on-2 scrum along the far side. Left wing in the Grizzlies zone. Arm is raised by the referee as Kansas City lost his bounce. Svankov now having some words with Chase Brand. And I think it's Svankov that's going to go to the box. 2:41's left in the third. Fan in the front row with the Shore jersey. I got to say, the most popular jersey in hockey is not Connor McDavid. It's not a Utah Hockey Club jersey. It's that Shore number 69 jersey from the TV show Shoresy. You see that at every hockey game. As looks like we'll skate 4-on-4, penalties on both sides. Evan Reddick looks like a very young referee. He looks like a 15-year-old. You have some people, when I was 15 years old, I looked like I was 50. Meanwhile, referee Evan Reddick, he looks like a youngster. The referee tonight. He looks like he's no more than 15 years old. I highly doubt Evan Reddick, the referee tonight, shaves. They show Tado had on Flow Sports. What a happy birthday it's been for him. Draw's going to be over in the left circle. Mick Messner will take the draw. Messner had a 3-on-5 shorthanded goal during a preseason game against Idaho or before this regular season. As Grizzlies win the draw, we're skating 4-on-4. Might open up the ice a little bit. Grizzlies do have 3 goals in a 4-on-4 situation this year. They've allowed 2. As it's 8-2 Mavericks. Mick Messner dance around in front of his net. Messner, the Grizzlies captain. He's been that way for just over a month. He replaced Gianni Fairbrother, who left for a foreign country. Grizzlies over the offensive line, skate to the right side, skating around Osman's net. Victor Osman will get his 20th victory of the season, which is among league leaders. Masha Donato gets spun around on the right side. He'll take the puck. He'll skate towards the right circle. Shot saved by Osman. Rebound shot goes wide. As Cooper Jones had the second look in the left wing, and he was falling down as he was firing on Osman. Right side, Messner skates towards the circle. Take a lefty shot. Saved by Osman. Everybody hacking away. Puck slides towards the left circle as Jones swung and missed on it. Drew in the area. Grizzlies skate around Kansas City's net towards the far side. Utah on the right wing gets to Dashke. He's on the left side. He'll kick it off a Kansas City stick, and the puck goes back to Grizzlies territory. Grizzlies chase after it. Kansas City gets 4 fresh skaters on the ice. Armstrong will race out to center ice. He'll swagger his way in. Armstrong towards the left goal line. Now around Kansas City's net. 1:20 left in the third period. He'll feed it up top, but nobody was home in the high slot. Dashke will race after it. He'll get the puck as he's in the near circle of the Grizzlies zone. He'll lunge it across. Grizzlies spread the ice. They'll get it off the near wing boards. Dashke will tap it to center ice. Puck is overskated by Armstrong. Casey Carew takes it. He's on the top forward line with Borchard and Androv. He'll skate in. Righty shot. Net gets dislodged on a collision. And Barcheski got out of the way. Now Armstrong having some words with McCallum as there's 58.9 seconds left in the third. No doubt looks like Kansas City verbally is trying to intimidate the Grizzlies and have some fun at the Grizzlies' expense. Utah trying to stick up as McCallum and Dashke now stare each other down. Draw's going to be in the Grizzlies zone as Carew got pushed in towards the net with Pike. Garrett Pike was trying to close the angle as Kansas City was skating around him as Pike and Carew combined to dislodge the net. Barcheski made sure to get out of the way, and Armstrong continued his battle with Landon McCallum after the whistle. The 4-on-4 has another 18 seconds in it. Gallant will take the draw, and he wins it. Grizzlies 2-on-2. Armstrong gets it to Gallant. He races across center ice. Will skate towards the right circle. Take a righty shot and a score. Cole Gallant gets his 5th of the year, and it's now an 8-3 game. As a 4-on-4 goal scored by the Grizzlies, 2-on-2. Good hustles. Armstrong moved it to his right as Gallant skated in towards the right circle, got around the Kansas City defense, and he fired it high past Osman. Well, Cole Gallant's really picked up the goal scoring as of late. You know, it's a goal in 3 of his last 5 games, this being the 5th game. As Gallant picks up his 17th goal in a Utah uniform. Not much, really, you can't celebrate a goal like that, and he certainly didn't. He's certainly happy that he had scored, adding 1 to his total. It's an 8-3 game, though, as Utah wins the draw, dumps it in. It's the 4th 4-on-4 goal scored by the Grizzlies this season. Out to center ice, Crew. Right wing steps to the offense line, stops on a dime, skates towards the middle of the ice. He gets cut off. Shot goes past Barczewski as a miss the net glove side. As there's 25 seconds left, Kansas City dancing around towards the high slot. They'll throw it to the middle of the ice. It glanced off a skate as Manning will throw it towards Barczewski, who will lunge it to his right. Grizzlies home run pass to center ice, bounces to Manning. Manning will slide it off the near wing boards. Taking the puck is Kansas City's Charlie Wright. 7 seconds left. Mavericks moving out to center ice. Grizzlies will bounce one back in. And 2 seconds left. Time will run out. As the Mavericks get 3 goals and 1 assist from Damian Giroux. Max Androv added 3 goals. David Cotton had 2 goals and 1 assist. The Mavericks are just too much for the Grizzlies. Utah did get 1 goal by Mick Messner in the second period. Briley Wood and Cole Gallant found the back of the net in the third period. But the Mavericks, on their head coach's birthday, Tad O'Had goes to the locker room happy. Mavericks are now 35-12, 4-1 on the season. And they are now 16-5, 2-1 at home. Mavericks have now won 11 straight home games. They are 9-1-1 in their last 11 games. For the Grizzlies, they've now lost 5 in a row. Utah is 7-15, 1-1 on the road. And overall, they are 17-29, 5-2. I'll have the post-game show in 30 seconds. Once again, the final from Cable Dahmer Arena. It's the Kansas City Mavericks 8 and the Utah Grizzlies 3.
From commercial to recreational truck accessories, Mountain Land Truck Outfitters has got what you need. Flatbeds, spray and bed liners, lifts and leveling kits, wheels and tires. Mountain Land Truck Outfitters proudly uses a brand you know and trust. And with our experienced, knowledgeable, and friendly staff, your visit here will be informative and enjoyable. Stop into our convenient location in Provo at 265 South 100 West or call 801-225-4637 to get a quote for your fleet or individual truck. Mountain Land Truck Outfitters.
It's Kansas City 8, Utah 3. As the Mavericks win the opener of the 2-game series. Cole Gallant's goal was assisted by Craig Armstrong, 19:08 into the third period. As Grizzlies, well, they got 3 goals, but Kansas City offensively, they've got a high-powered attack, and the Mavericks scored early and often. Kansas City had 3 goals in the first, 2 in the second, and 3 in the third. Mavericks took a 1-0 lead as Damian Giroux scored his 17th of the year and first of 3 on the night. Landon McCallum and David Cotton picked up the assists. A couple minutes later, a couple cross-ice passes. Got the puck towards Cade Borchard on the right side. Borchard centered to Androv, who put it away as he tapped the puck from just in front of the crease as Androv got his 14th of the year. Borchard and Carew picked up the assists. Mavericks extended the lead to 3-0 as Giroux scored his second of the game. Low Height and Charlie Wright picked up the assists. Mavericks led 3-1 after 1 period. They outshot the Grizzlies 20-7 in the first frame. Looks like the 3 stars of the game over in Kansas City. David Cotton is the 3rd star. All he did tonight was score 2 goals and 1 assist. He was a +1 and had 5 shots. And that's the 3rd star. As Kansas City extended the lead to 4-0, 27 seconds into the second. It was Cotton getting his first of 2 on the night. McPherson and Sullivan with the assists. Second star is Max Androv. He scored 3 goals. He was a +2 and had 6 shots. Androv on the top forward line for Kansas City is the number 2 star. And the number 1 star for the Mavericks is Damian Giroux. He had 3 goals and 1 assist. He was a +3 and had 7 shots. So that's the 3 stars of the game. Cotton's the 3rd star with 3 points. Androv with 3 goals. He's the 2nd star. And Damian Giroux with 3 goals and 1 assist. He's the number 1 star. So Kansas City, once Cotton scored on the power play 27 seconds in, took a 4-0 lead. Grizzlies got on the board as Mick Messner got his 14th of the year. It was an unassisted tally as he made it a 4-1 game. Later in the second period, Cotton got his second of the night. Damian Giroux with the assist. That was 12:52 into the second. Kansas City led 5-1. So it was a 5-0 game after 2 periods. Mavericks in the second period outshot the Grizzlies 15-7. In the third period, Kansas City outscored Utah 3-1. Mavericks had, actually it was a 3-, the box score hasn't updated itself yet. In the third period, both teams had 12 shots. Kansas City had 3 goals. Grizzlies had 2. Kansas City got the first goal of the third period. Max Androv scored his second of 3 on the night. Wright and Borchard picked up the assist. That was 39 seconds in. Then the Grizzlies scored their second unassisted goal of the evening. Briley Wood with his 16th of the year as he scored from the left circle around Kansas City's net. Wood is one of the best rookie scorers in the league, and he connected once again for Utah. Giroux completed the hat trick to give Kansas City a 7-2 lead. That was 14:39 into the third. McCallum and McLaughlin picked up the assist. Then Androv completed his hat trick. He scored 15:37 in, with Borchard getting the lone assist. Grizzlies on a 4-on-4 situation. Scored their third of the night. Cole Gallant with his 5th of the year. Craig Armstrong picked up his 7th assist this season. Armstrong has been a strong performer for the Grizzlies as of late, and Cole Gallant has really played well in the month of February. He now has a goal in 3 of his last 5 games. But it was just too much Mavericks. Kansas City was 1 for 2 on the power play. Utah was 0 for 2. And really for Kansas City, it's their top 2 forward lines that got the majority of the scoring. That's made a big difference. And Victor Osman, he's been a solid goaltender all season. He gets the victory for the Mavericks. He saved 23 of 26. Utah's Jake Barczewski saved 39 of 47 in the Grizzlies' defeat. Charlie Wright and Jake McLaughlin, neither guy got a star tonight, obviously with the great performances by Kansas City forwards. Wright and McLaughlin were a +6 for Kansas City tonight. And so you talk about star performances. For the Grizzlies, unfortunately, you almost have to look at the players that were even in the plus-minus categories to find players that performed well. Neil Shea was an even in the plus-minus category. So was Briley Wood and Dylan Fitz. Masha Donato, Messner, and Armstrong reaching even in the plus-minus category. Now for the Grizzlies, I guess it's back to the drawing board. Tomorrow will be an off day. With the Grizzlies playing 3 games in a row, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, my guess is maybe they won't get a practice in with the 3-3. But then again, I guess you have to be there to find out. They might be able to get some work in. For the Grizzlies, it's now 5 straight games without a power play goal in Utah. Obviously, you'd be looking to correct that. They haven't had too many chances over the last handful of games. They've only had 2 or 3 power plays per game recently, and Kansas City went 1 for 2 on their power play tonight. For Utah, you just have to keep battling. It's now 5 losses in a row. Kansas City, obviously, they're a team that if you're not on point, both offensively and defensively, Kansas City can score them in bunches. They've shown that at times, both last season and this year. And Kansas City certainly had their way against the Grizzlies offensively tonight. Utah was able to get 3 goals on the board, but just couldn't stay in the game as Kansas City was just too much. 3 goals in the first, 2 in the second, and 3 more in the third. But this is just the opener of a 4-game road trip. Grizzlies will take on Kansas City on Friday night. And then Utah heads to Tulsa for a game Saturday night at 6:05 and Sunday afternoon. I think face-off that game will be at 2:05. 19 games left in the regular season. 12 of the 19 will be on the road. And even after tonight, 9 of the next 11 games are away from Mavericks Center. So for the Grizzlies, just back to the drawing board. But Kansas City just had their way. As we mentioned before, it was their top 2 forward lines that really got the job done. One other game involving Mountain Division teams, Rapid City leads Idaho 3-2 after 2 periods. And if you're watching on Flow Sports, That might be a fun one to tune in for the third period. After all, Rapid City, if they get a victory tonight, extends their winning streak to 10 straight games. 3 NHL games. Grizzlies NHL affiliate is in action. Colorado currently leads New Jersey 1-0. Arturi Lehkonen picked up his 24th of the year, 8:54 into the first. Nathan McKinnon picked up his 67th assist this season. Natchez got his 45th helper of the year. It's Colorado 1, New Jersey 0. That game is early in the second period. Well, we mentioned the 3 stars. David Cotton with 2 goals and 1 assist. He's the 3rd star. Max Androv with 3 goals. He's the number 2 star, and 3 goals and 1 assist from Damian Giroux means he's the number 1 star of the game. We'll come back and see if the Grizzlies can find a way on Friday night to even up the series. Utah is now 2-4 against Kansas City this season. Time of game, 2 hours and 24 minutes, and a crowd of allegedly 2,777 paid to see it at Cable Dahmer Arena. Well, that'll wrap things up. Sometimes these remote broadcasts can be very frustrating. I tried to expand the small screen on Flow Sports, but the problem is I try to expand the screen, and all of a sudden the screen freezes. So everybody kind of looked like ants on the ice, and it's very frustrating because, for me, this is not some fun little hobby. I'm trying to get to the National Hockey League, and on a night like tonight, feels like I'm 18.5 million miles away from where I want to get to. But nevertheless, we tried to have some fun and describe the game the best we could. Grizzlies did get a good effort from Mick Messner as he scored a goal in the second period. Briley Wood and Cole Gallant answered with third period goals. We hope you enjoyed the broadcast, if not necessarily the final outcome. Once again, the final score from Cable Dahmer Arena, it was the Kansas City Mavericks 8 and the Utah Grizzlies 3. Next broadcast of Grizzlies hockey will be on Friday night. 5:50 pregame show, 6:05 face-off. I'm Tyson Whiting, and it is what it is. We'll talk to you on Friday night. You've been tuned in to the Utah Grizzlies Hockey Network. Good night, everybody.